Okay, so let's see if it's working. Hi players, Dzień dobry from Wrocław. My name is Asaf Hirsch and welcome to my channel Easy Board Games. Give me one moment just to make sure that everything is okay and ready to go, including removing this cable from here. I think that's okay. How does it look? Let's open the chat over here. No? No, I think that comments, maybe it's just for subscribers. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Let me see. How do I open the chat? I think it's here. Looks good. All right. Roman, thank you so much. Hey, this is it. Perfect, perfect. So I got my audience over here. So I apologize for this, guys. I usually I don't do live streaming. So let me start, please, just by giving you a few heads up and just say a few things before we are diving in. So first of all, this is probably going to be my last Evershade video for a while now, just because in the last month, that's pretty much the only thing that I did. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that I might do some mistakes. Hold on with the camera. Yeah, I might do some mistakes, so I do apologize for that. If you're saying, "Oh, Cantilla, hi, so good of you to join us. Looks good, perfect." By the way, okay, we'll get to sound soon enough, but going back to it, I might do some mistakes. If you see something that is not correct according to the rules, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to correct myself, even through the live playthrough, basically. So please do that. So spoilers. Let's understand how we're going to try and avoid spoilers for those who don't want to actually ruin their story. So I'm going to use, of course, the app of Lands of Evershade just for the narration. Before I'm going to start each narration, I'm going to say it out loud that I'm starting it. No problem, no problem. Thank you so much. I'll be running behind the scenes. Perfect, perfect. That's great. I'm going to use the application. Every time that I'm going to do so and start the narration, I'm going to say it out loud. So if you want, you can just put it on mute. And then when I'm going to symbol something like this in the camera, that means that basically I finished the narration and you can unmute your speakers and we can continue from there. Everyone make mistakes, rather. The only difference is you are on camera. No problem. That's okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's true. But I'll really try to do as least mistakes as possible. The next thing is that this is, of course, not a sponsored video by any kind. So Awaken Realms are not sponsoring this video. This is just for fun. I haven't actually did this scenario yet, so I'm really excited to start it. Uh, yes, please scream it all the misplays. I appreciate that. It's tough love. It's tough love, and I expect nothing less of you than that. And this is, as I said before, it's not a sponsored video at all, but I do want to show you one product that was sent to me by a completely different company. It is also not sponsored. It's just a company that does some very cool dice. I guess they were kind of, they liked the video that I did for Lands of Evershade. So we have here some examples that I might use during this video. I don't have any affiliation link with them. It's really, if you like what you're seeing, great, visit their website. If no, then not. That's absolutely fine. They're called Dice Nest. So the dice came in really a nice case like this. You have all kind of those. Their weight is really kind of nice, somewhere between the regular dice that we have in Lands of Evershade and the mortars. I mean, sorry, not the mortars, the divinum dice that we have here that are really, I'm pretty sure you can shoot them from a mortar. I'm almost positive. But in any case, that's enough with the yammering. Let's get some Lands of Shade hammering. So with that, let's actually start. Let me upload the application. So we are doing we're still in the first act and we're starting right now chapter 3. So we kind of just arrived to Whitewell, okay, the city. Something happened. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. Something happened, and we're going to continue from there. Also, Actually, before we're starting that, let's talk about the character that I actually play, because I think that's kind of nice to understand. So I'm playing actually a blank that seemed kind of cool for me. Their it's a little bit difficult to see from this angle, but their history, like their past, that they were in some sort of an asylum, and also their profession is an executor. So I went to a little bit dark with this character, but this is like a character that has like a dark history that is right now trying to do some good. So we'll see how it goes. And also throughout my adventure, the other chapters that I did, we earned this personal secret that is right now has the keyword mission. We do have some items that I have already equipped. One of them is the Garrot, that is like a starting equipment with my profession. We also advanced a little bit. So we're already right now, as you can see here. So basically, we have here the pouch, and next to it, I just placed everything that is like supposed to be in the pouch, but I just wanted it to be visible for you. So you can already see that we have an advancement that we'll be able to do it later. Like we'll be able to actually advance with our character. But I did want to wait for you guys before actually upgrading my character. So we'll see it probably in the next camp phase or something like that. This is going to be also a true solo video. So we don't have here, I'm not playing like two characters. We do have here our partner, which is Erinia, the mage. So she's a human. She has some keywords like Arcana and all, a bunch of other stuff that I can't read from this distance right now, which is not the best because I will need those keywords. I just want it to be pretty for the live stream. And also, I chose another companion. I didn't want to go with a pet. I just went with another companion. So that is the guy that we have over here. His name is Garland. He's a dwerg. He's pretty tanky, kind of massive, does a lot of damage. So I thought it will be kind of a cool combination to have like a dwerg and also a mage fighting along with me. And of course, we have, the advancement cards and nothing too special beyond this. So we have here two Fate, one Brill, no negative, how does it call, like tokens like terror or like conditions or something like that. So I think our situation is kind of good, besides the fact that we're a little bit poor. That's all. We have one Brill. So recommendation, I would shut the monetization during your live videos. YouTube will play ads right in the middle of your talking like they just did. Oh, really? Hmm. I don't know if I can actually do that. Let me see if I can change something in the settings. Um, all right. I'll be honest with you. I am not 100%. I'm not 100%. Okay, so my lovely assistants, my old lady, no, I'm old lady is like she's upset with me now. It's just I think I just saw too much Sons of Anarchy lately. So my better half, my partner, she's going to check how to do that while the stream is actually already going on. So I'm really sorry about that. Truly apologize. And I think that we have talked about the character. We know what's going on. So again, we're just entered. We just went into Whitewell. Something happened. Again, I don't want to ruin so much. And we are going to start. So let's go immediately. Let me know if you want me to tell you the number of entry that is going to be like that I'm going to not read, that I'm going to put on the app. And like, if no, just because of spoilers or something like that, that's also totally cool. So I'm going to continue. One time I'm going to say, unless you're telling me that this is cool with you, one time I'm going to say that we're going to entry number 90. And let me know if through the application you can still hear it well. If no, we'll figure it out. We'll find a solution. So,
witching hour. A short period of dawn when dangerous rays of sunlight slip between the horizon and Luada's shield, hanging above all Evershade. Even these reddish, scattered rays are enough to chase most people off the streets. Thus, you are able to reach your destination unnoticed. In front of you, looms the mansion of one of the 7 ruling patricians of Whitewell, Desmond Kazad. You need his support to officially accuse another patrician, Valerius Oldenbach, of the crimes committed in Nightbloom Crossing. And Desmond needs someone from outside the city to handle a delicate matter. In your situation, it's an opportunity you can't pass over. 2 guards meet you by the gate and lead you inside, where a young chambermaid takes your cloaks. She looks worried and distant, but a quick glimpse at your equipment and the professional tools of your trade cheers her up for some reason. She shows you the way to the large terrace at the back of the house. From its height, beyond the sloping gardens and houses of white stone, you see the well the city took its name from. You shudder. The maid discreetly points to the long, low table behind which Lord Kazad sits, looking at you intently.
All right, so this is our symbol again that we can you can unmute your speakers and we can pick it up. So let me see if I can disable this. Can you do it mid streaming or? All right, let's continue and see how does it go. Sound is fine. Okay, perfect. So I'm happy about that. So let's see what are the options that we have. We can either proceed to the table or we can keep studying the view. You hope this won't be an affront to the impatient patrician. Okay, I'm thinking that I'm going to be cautious here a little bit, and I'm actually going to, scope a little bit, keep studying the view. Let's see how does it go. So I'm going to go to another entry. Don't want to tell you the number, just in case you don't want to know the number of it. Okay, what we do need to do here is to place sheet number 5 in the left slot of the story tracker, and then place the party model in the Kazad's Mansion space. So, hold on, give me a second. I'll find number 5. There you go. This is what we have over here. So let's place it on the left side. Let me know if this is relatively clear. I mean, I don't expect you, of course, to see the actual numbers, but if this is clear for you and you're good with it, then perfect. And then we need to take our party, the party model, and place it in the Kazad's Mansion. So let's find it. Kazad's Mansion, it's right over here. Okay, so again, we have this choice here. I think that I'm going to scope a little bit and see what's going on. So I'm going to go to that entry. All right, let me choose it. Okay. Yes.
You hope this won't be an affront to the impatient patrician.
Okay, so we're going to continue, and now if you don't want, and it's clear, perfect. If you don't want any spoilers, then please mute your speakers.
100 feet down, on the northeastern side, you see what caused so much commotion in the city. A fresh collapse where a layer of clay and rock slid down, revealing a cross-section of the ancient corridors. From the enormous depths, you raise your eyes to the shield of Luada, far above the sky. There's a faintly visible red spot there, as small as a pinhole. Yet the light coming through this hole each midday was all it took to fade out the center of the city and turn it into a giant chasm in just 600 years.
All right. Can we do it mid-video? We can try. All right. So again, back to this whole monetizing thing. You generally cannot fully disable monetizing for the current live session once the stream. If ads app pro monetization was already. Okay. Open YouTube Studio Live Control. Select the active stream. Can you try and do it on my PC? Yeah, try and do it. Okay, I'm going to continue. I just don't want to take too much of your time, you guys. So now we have an option. They're telling, sorry, not an option. We have here some keywords that we need to check if we have. So if you have Midlands or lore, go to another entry. If no, we just can't do that. So let's go back to our character over here. And let's see if we have any one of those. So Midlands or lore. We don't have here Midlands at all or lore, but we can check it with our companion. And also actually with our partner. So basically, because a partner is just like any other character, if any one of the party has that keyword, then we can continue with that. So let's see if we have something like that. Give me a second. Human range, nope, nothing over here. And let's see if we have Midlands or lore. Nothing of that. Okay. So we're just not going to choose that option. Unfortunately, not an option, right? We just cannot go to that entry. So we're going to move to something else. So let's continue with our story. By the way, let me know how did you let me know if you how if you managed to play a little bit with the application. Let me know how do you feel about that. For me, sometimes it's like a little bit too much clicking, but it might be just me. So let's continue. All right. Okay, so guys, mute your speakers if you don't want to have those spoilers. Okay, so we're going to go to there, and then they say, if you have Dwerg, go to 107. And again, we do have a Dwerg with us. So this is exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to move on to the next entry. Okay.
You approach Desmod Kazad, one of the 7 ruling patricians of Whitewell. As you approach, you hear him saying to his servant, "A dwerg? I was not told there would be a dwerg. You know how I feel about them." However, once you get close, he tries to put up something resembling a smile.
Okay. So you can unmute your speakers, you guys. So we have here a little bit, okay, not a pleasant welcome over here. All right. So we need to roll for intelligence. Our difficulty is going to be 10. This is just a test that we need to do. And we're going to receive a +1 die if we have lore, midlands, or noble. We have none of those. Not noble, we have none of those. Let me check with the equipment. But no, we really do have nothing about that. So just intelligence, and it's going to be 10. So here again, we have 2 options basically. We can either do the role ourselves, but our intelligence right now is 2, which is really not the best, of course. Something is unnecessary. The clicking, like go to page 30, and then immediately to go. Yeah, exactly. Like you got it perfectly. For me, it's just a little bit too much clicking. Like, okay, go to this entry, and then like, okay, I'm going to this entry. Then go to entry 330, go to 300, and then another click, like, okay. And for me, it's just a little bit too much, but it is what it is. So, because we're playing with a partner, of course, again, just rules wise, and I'm sorry that I keep repeating about the rules, it's just, that's part of me. When you're playing true solo, you can either use the stats, okay, the attributes that your companion has, or your partner can actually do their own roles. So again, because we are playing now as a party, they can perform their own roles. Of course, sometimes we can support them, just like you're having basically 2 characters. So we have here actually with our mage, we have 4 intelligence, which is of course better than the 2 intelligence that we have. So what they're going to do is just roll those 4 dice. So let me switch to the other camera and take this one over here. And again, the difficulty is 10. So that's going to be a little bit brutal. Let's see how we're going to go. How many successes do we need? We need actually only 1 success. It's not the end of the world. I have a good feeling. So we're rolling, and we have here a double success and of course a 10. We only needed 1 success, so no problem with that. Okay, so that was not too bad at all. Let's move on, and we need to go to another entry. So continue, and yes, we do have the success, and we're going to continue. So this is probably when you guys want to mute your speakers.
Apart from a visible lack of sleep, you notice Desmod Kazad is not wearing any jewelry. The golden cup in front of him is turned upside down, a sign he abstains from alcohol. This is the way Utua's worshippers mourn. Strange. Surely the people of the city would talk about the death of someone in one of the ruling families.
Okay, so we can unmute. And we are instructed, place a marker in the Kazad's mentioned space on sheet number 5. So we're just going to take one of the universal markers and we're going to place it over here. Probably it's going to mean for us something later on in the story. You know what's funny, you guys? To be honest with you, maybe I was like one of the first people to receive their copy, but I always have a feeling that you, like specifically the people who are watching or actually other people on the Discord, just know much more about this game than I do. So, anyways, um, so we are moving on. And then we need to go to another entry. So we're going to have here another narration. Feel free to mute your speakers.
Kazad is a man of business. After brief introductions, he cuts to the nature of his task. After the well side collapsed, a cross-section of ancient corridors was exposed far down the well. He knows other patricians are already planning expeditions to go there. Kazad wants you to descend first, no later than this night, and bring any antiquities you can find to him. He already had the crane and enough rope ready. He just needed the right people, adventurous and in no way connected to any of the other 6 ruling families. He then asks, "What's your price?"
Okay, so unmuting. First of all, thanks for all your great videos. All your tutorials make me go for the all-in for the Divinum all-in German. Wow, thank you so much for that. Eiseblum, I hope that I pronounced it correctly. Thank you so much for that. That's really nice of you to say. Seriously, I'm just happy that the tutorials managed to help a little bit and also hype, a little bit a game that I feel that is pretty good. Okay, so after that, we need to choose. We can either tell him the truth. You will reveal the entire story about the murder committed by Valerius and his theft of Divinum. This is something that happens, of course, right at the beginning of the story. Then you will ask him to help you bring Valerius to justice. Or we can tell him a part of the truth. You will only tell him you have a proof of a crime committed by one of the other patricians and you want his help to make an official accusation. So I'm thinking over here, do we want to go all in with the truth or we're a little bit suspicious? Because we don't know what's the relationship of this person with Valerius, right? That I don't know. Maybe that's kind of my sense. But we also have another option that I didn't see it. We can refuse to tell him anything. In return for your services, you will ask him to promise you a favor, one that won't be difficult or costly. You will name this favor after your return. So that's like keeping all the cards close to the chest. Um, I'm saying let's go with half truth. I hope that you're okay with that. And by the way, guys, I'll be more than happy if we're going to do this thing together. I know that because of the delay, maybe you will not be able to answer immediately. But feel free to participate, and it will be just fun to have here, like a little bit of a dialogue, at least for me. So we're going to go with that. So I'm going to move on to that entry. So hold on, let me find that entry in the application. Yes. So mute speakers.
You will only tell him you have proof of a crime committed by one of the other patricians, and you want his help to make an official accusation. Desmond Kazad strokes his chin. He's hesitant to trust you.
Okay, which is, to be honest, fair enough. I'm not so sure I would have trusted me either. So now we need to roll for charisma. Okay, we have here the difficulty is going to be 10, and we can add 1 die if we have diplomacy, human, leadership, or noble. So we don't, let's see what is the status of our charisma over here. So charisma is definitely, not the best, but yeah, I don't think that anyone, other than us have a better charisma. So our charisma is going to actually stay 2. It's really not so great. And to have, I'm guessing, the ultimate outcome, we will need to have 2 successes. But we do have some keywords. So let's see if we have leadership. We don't have leadership. And the thing is that our partner can support us with human. They do have human. So that means that we're going to roll in total 3 dice. I mean, we're going to roll 2 dice, and then 1 die is going to be rolled by our mage. So let's see what is going to happen over here. So we have 2 dice. Let me switch to the other camera. We have here 2 dice. Do we have a nice D12 over here? I think this is a D12, right? 246. Yeah. So we're going to roll this nice die again that I just received from this nice company that is called Dice Nest. That is going to be like the D12 for the mage. Okay. So if we have here a natural 1, that is going to be, of course, 1 fate for our partner, which of course is not going to do anything. Hi. All right. Hi, this. I'm not so sure that I get. Okay, up. Yeah, for sure. And if we have here, of course, a 12, that means that we're going to have here 2 successes. So let's roll the dice. Again, we only need 1 success, but 2 will just be better. We're rolling for charisma, difficulty 10. So let's see, what do we have? So we have here a fate, which is not good. We have here a 9, which is a failure. And we have here something that is it a, oh my God, is it 2 successes? This is a natural 12? Oh my God, this is a natural, we have here 2 successes. This is perfect. So we got 1 fate, which is amazing. Nice dice tray. Does it come with the game? Yes, so the dice tray does come with the game. I mean, I think it depends on the pledge level. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I cannot just tell you from the top of my head which pledge level you need in order to get that. But yeah, that is definitely coming with the game. So again, guys, I just want to remind you, why is it good that we actually rolled the fate? Because us as a character, or any other character, of course, when we're rolling a fate, we can actually receive it, and we're going to place it on our tray. If it was one of our companions or partners, they cannot have fate. Instead of that, every time they're receiving fate or boons, they're actually going to heal 1, which actually is not going to give us anything. But in total, we have here 2 successes, which is amazing. Definitely the best outcome that we could have hoped for. All right, so let's continue. So we did that, and then we have 2 successes. So guys, we're going to have here another narration, so feel free to mute your speakers.
You make such an impression on Desmond Kazad. He decides to share a secret of his own with you. You see, friend, my son Darian became obsessed with these corridors. As soon as they appeared on the wall of the well, he wanted permission to organize an exploration group. When I forbade it, he went anyway. I hear that yesterday he lowered himself with several hirelings and did not return. Kazad pauses and sighs. I have not told anyone yet. Let's just say this would be very bad for my business and for the standing of my house. I cannot let the matter escape these walls until I'm confident that spoiled brat is dead. Swear to me you'll keep the secret and be on the lookout for my son as you head down well. And I promise to help you.
Okay, so unmuting before I'm continuing. Hello, UK. Super nice of you to join us. Nick, right? How do I find combat element of this game? So I'll just say something in general. I'm not a huge fan of campaign games, even if it's coming from Awakened Realms. So, for example, Tainted Grail wasn't for me. Aetherfields wasn't for me. Even other games, not from Awakened Realms, like Sleeping Gods. Usually, it's not my type of things, right? I'm a little bit more leaning towards strategy. Specifically, this game is actually like I'm enjoying myself a lot here, and specifically for combat. I actually think that combat is fun here. You know, the hotbar that you have is basically just giving you the feeling that you're clicking buttons while you're playing something like Diablo, you know, on the video game. And I enjoy it a lot. So combat is, look, it's not the main aspect of this game, you know, so it's the story. So for me, as someone who is not a huge fan of campaign games, this is totally working. um okay, 1 second, let's read the chat. I'm very excited that you guys are active. This is great. The dice, the tray, okay, that is an answer. The game you have done so far, great job. Thank you. Thank you so much. High easy combat is good so far from the storybook. I would guess it feels 80% narration, 20% combat. Narration is a big part of the game. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I definitely agree. I mean, at least for what I played so far, I'm guessing that every act had like one combat. Maybe it's like enough for what I'm looking for right now, but there are definitely ways to create your more combat. Anyways, let's go back to the game. So we have here something that is called new lead. After heading down well, be on the lookout for signs of Desmond's son. So I think that we right now we're looking pretty good. um, so we have here a choice. We can either shake hands, and then we'll need to go to a certain entry, but it does require of us to have either Cityborn or Deception, um, that I don't think that we have. Cityborn, I'm pretty sure that we don't have. Let me check with our partner, with our companion. No, and Cityborn, no, and no Deception. So we definitely cannot do that. So actually, we don't have here really a choice. We need to haggle for some money as an advance. Yikes, that doesn't feel so good, to be honest. I really didn't want to do that. So we need to go to another entry. So let me find that. Okay. Um, Hold on. Okay, continue. New lead, okay. Then we need to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got it on the other. I'm sorry. I got it actually backwards. We can just shake hands and then go to a specific entry, or we can haggle for some money as an advance if we have Cityborn or Deception. Okay, I'm okay. I don't want to squeeze him too much. I like the comedy. Okay, so I'm just going to go to that specific entry. So guys, if you don't want to have spoilers, this is the time to mute your speakers. So we're simply shaking hands and we're moving on.
You rise and shake hands with the patrician. He informs you that in the afternoon, when the light disappears, a crew with a crane will be waiting on the expedition staging grounds by the edge of the well east of his estate. They will lower you to the corridors on a special platform. Do not be late, Kazad warns you. You only have until midnight to join the crane crew and descend. Then you have to come back up no later than dawn. The later you set off, the less time you will have in the corridors. You gaze at Luada, stretching across the sky above the land. Soon the deadly light will pierce her shield and fill the well. While the well is inaccessible, you have time to gather equipment and make preparations, or explore whatever threads you wish to investigate.
Okay, so unmute, and each character is going to gain now one experience. So this is pretty sweet. We're already advancing one, not advancing. Sorry, I meant advancing on the experience track. So we're just moving one forward. If we'll have three more experience, we're going to have another advancement. But again, I remind you that we already have here one advancement that we'll be able to execute once we are resolving the camp phase. So let's go back to what's going on. Place a quest model in the staging ground space on sheet 5. So this is let me change to the other camera, I'm sorry. So this is the quest model, and we're going to place it on the staging ground. So staging ground is right over here. Place the time of the day, okay, sorry, place the time of the day time token in the round space of the story tracker and set it to morning. Okay, so I have over here, it's off camera because I thought, you don't really need to see it. So we have here, let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one. So I think it's this, what I'm holding right now, time of the day, time token, and set it to morning. Yeah, that's the only one that we have actually with this word morning, just to make sure that I'm not misleading you. No, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we're going to place it just like this. I, of course, understand that you probably cannot see what's going on right now, but it is set to morning. Important, once the time token progresses to afternoon, you may descend from the staging ground. Okay, so we have morning, then day, noon, afternoon, etc. And they're telling us that once the time token progresses to afternoon, you may descend from the staging grounds. After the other side progresses to after the other side progresses to dawn, your time will be up. All right. If you have human, go to 122. So that is something that we must do, right? Because when we have an entry with a specific keyword, we don't have really an option. We just must do it. So let's continue with that. Again, I remind you that our mage is a human, right? I'm not. Yeah. She's a human. Um, if you can't pure play, time combat probably amounts to 50% of the time. Oh, simply because it takes time. I understand, but I understand. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good observation. Like time-wise, combat definitely takes more time. But like narration combat, yeah, that's actually a fair statement. Okay, so we're going to continue, and we do have a human. Sorry, we don't. Okay. I envy you every single game you have on this channel. Are you enjoying this one so far? Oh, I'm so happy that you came here to say hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm actually having a blast. I was just telling the other viewers that usually campaign games are not for me, but this one is actually it's really awesome. I'm excited for it. So we do have a human. Let's go to that. Guys, we're going to have here narration. Feel free to mute your speakers.
As you exit, you notice that the maid you encountered earlier gives you discreet signals. You manage to have a brief moment alone with her. Her name is Bridgie, and she begs you to search for her fiancé down well, a fair-haired boy named Syl. Yesterday, he descended with some group he didn't want to talk about. Since then, she's heard nothing from him. She has nothing to pay you with, but she does give you a valuable hint. The word on the street is that a very dangerous and armed team of brigands is going to descend today. Bridgie asks you to be careful.
Okay, so I hope that we will manage to be careful. And I'm not so sure if I need to like remember these leads that I'm getting, or because I didn't, I wasn't requested to mark them somehow. So I hope it's not something I need to memorize and then come up with it. So let's just refresh our first hint that after heading downwell, be on the lookout for signs of Desmond's son. Okay, that's the first lead. And then the second lead is that after, sorry. Yeah, the second lead is that another expedition is bound to set out the same night. It might be worth checking them out before you run into them. Ah, there you go. So Mark B into the story tracker. Guys, sometimes you just need to read like one sentence ahead. I feel a little bit silly right now, but it is what it is. So Mark B in the story tracker. Yeah, let's put it over here. And we're going to continue. So take any action from sheet 5. So this is what we have here. And let's actually read what are the different actions that we can take. So we can travel, progress the time token by 1, move the party model by 2, +1 space if we have city-born, and then we need to choose again. But this is unfortunately not our situation. Again, we don't have city-born. Another option is to rest. Place the camp sheet in the right slot of the story tracker and resolve it. Progress the time token by 1 and choose again. Okay, so this will be probably the best opportunity for us, of course, to advance before we're diving in with the adventure. or we can explore, go to the entry listed in your space. Okay, so pretty similar if you watched the other videos that I'm guessing 90% of the content creators did for Lands of Evershade. It's really similar to what we've seen with the road to Whitewell, etc. So let's see what's going to happen. What do we want to explore? So let's go like clockwise. We had here Kazad's mansion. We have here the staging grounds, which is of course where we're going to go down. Then we have the plaza, Dimrot Asylum, Squally District. We have here the warehouses, and we have the artisan district, and the last one is the market. And we definitely want to check out what are those, what is the other expedition that we might encounter today, though, those brigands, right? Yeah, brigands, because I want to come prepared for that. So I'm thinking like, and feel free guys to help me out. Think let me know what do you think. So I'll give you like, let's take 10-15 seconds and take a decision together. So again, we have the market. We'll be able to go to the tavern. I'm guessing it's not going to be too helpful since we're a little bit poor right now. Artisan district, warehouses, squalid district. Okay, we have here keyword darkness. Dimrot Asylum Plaza, and of course the staging ground that maybe we'll reach to it later. I'm thinking, and if we can go only by 2, and let's see how many times can we do this. So we have day, noon, and then afternoon, another afternoon, and then evening, and then dusk. But by then we're actually not going to. Yeah, when you progress the time token to dawn, immediately go to 700. So we don't want to reach dawn. Market sounds good. Yeah, okay. The market could be a good place to start, gossip or something to buy. That's okay, okay. I believe because AW wouldn't let creators make episodes for this session because they wanted to show it themselves in the game convention. I don't remember the name. Okay, okay, fair enough, fair enough. So market it is, right? I think it sounds like the market. Okay, so we're going to move over here. And of course, we need to progress the time tracker. So clockwise, of course. From morning, we're going to move on to day. And then we can choose again. Plaza. I can do Plaza later. Like if we'll manage to have more time, definitely the Plaza is actually something that I thought about. So I'm actually okay also with gossip and stuff like that. That's actually pretty good. This is, guys, this is really what's awesome for me. This whole RPG, kind of vibe that you're having is really awesome. Okay, so we did that. And then we can choose again. So again, to travel, rest, or explore. Obviously, we're going to go with exploration. So that means that I'm going to move to this entry over here. Market sounds good generally, okay. What does AW games? What does AW stands for? No, that's no. So AW, let me know what does it mean because I feel a little bit silly over here. You don't want to move too fast, but also not too slow. Okay, and they had the sweet so okay. Okay, so we're going to move on to that entry. Give me one moment, please. Okay, so found it. And let's continue. Continue. I'm just talking to the app over here. I did mark B. Okay. AR. Yeah, so that actually makes a little bit more sense from now because I was like AW, and actually my better half told me like Awaken Rouse. No worries, no worries. I was just hesitated for a moment there. Okay. Take any action from sheet 5. Okay, continue, and then we need to put the entry. So I don't think we're going to have a narration here. So let me just read to you what I'm actually having here. If you have inheritance, go to P14 in the player's handbook. That's probably like one of the personal secrets or something like that, or maybe, I don't know, something else. We don't have inheritance. Then it's marked that if slot N is not marked and you have moon shield or clergy, let me know how do I need to pronounce it. Then I need to go to another entry. I mean, N is of course over here. N is of course not marked, but we don't have not moon shield and not clergy with anyone. So I'm just skipping it. But I'm just reminding you again, if you have this kind of option, that means you cannot you cannot continue. You must stop there and resolve that entry. Okay, let's continue. Otherwise, continue. There's a very small narration over here, so I'm just going to read it. Sorry for the crow voice that I have. So it goes like this: Whitewell's Market is full of people from different parts of Evershade. Mostly food, clothing, and tools are sold here. For more specialized fare, buyers visit the nearby artisan district. Okay, so the more fancy kind of things, I'm guessing, district that we can find. And we now can choose, and we have a lot of choices. So let's do this together, you guys. We can pay 1 Brill and buy, oh my God, spelunking tools and supplies. Spelunking. I need to have a dictionary here, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. Spelunking tools and supplies. Place the torch item in your equipment and gain the appropriate action card. Then choose again. Is this, guys, what we talked about so much in the Discord? Like the torch and that card, and then someone didn't find the card or something like that? I think I'm going to ignore that just because I don't want to get the commotion on the live playthrough. Second option, we can pay 1 Brill and buy trinkets. Take any available small common item, we have that symbol, and place it in your equipment and then choose again. Also, and it requires B to be marked, which, hey, what do you know? We do have that. Find information about the other group. Oh my God, this is exactly the freaking gossip that we were looking for. Thank you for that. Did you already know, or that was just a hunch? I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue. So definitely let's do that because we do have B marked. So we're going to go to another entry. So again, it's a very small entry. Cave exploration, spelunking. Oh my God, Jakar, Philip, so much. It's so awesome for you to join us here. Thank you so much. So okay, cave exploration. That actually might be pretty useful for us, right? If we need to go down the well, that might actually be important. Is this Awaken Realms way to teach non-English speakers how to speak better English? I would assume that yes. Anyways, let's move on to the next entry. Again, there's a very small narration, so I'm just going to do it by myself. A rope merchant tells you someone just visited him to make a strange purchase. Over 100 feet of strong rope. He didn't even haggle. Okay, so we do. I don't know if that tip helped me too much. Um, according to the perfect. Okay. This is I'm learning here, you guys. I'm learning here. Um, I don't know if it helps me too much. Maybe it does. Now we can go back to 300, like the other entry that tells us what we can buy in the market. Um, that sounds useful if you can't die there for sure. Okay, so let's see what are the other options that we have. Gather rumors, progress the time token by 1, and then we need to go to another entry. Okay, that can be actually pretty cool. I'm just a little bit stressed about the time, but I'm going to continue reading, and you guys let me know what you feel would be like a good option. Then we can shop for armor, progress the time token by 1, draw 1 random armor common item, or hold on, let me see what is the iconography here, just not to mislead you. So this symbol is, okay, 1 random head common item, 1 random armor item, common of course, and 1 random boots or shoes common item. You may buy any of them for 2 Brill, then place the rest back in the box and choose again. Okay, this is going to be super easy since we're almost entirely broke. We have only one miserable Brill over here, so I'm not so sure this is going to be the best option. Shop for weapons, the same, we don't have money. Sell your items, discard any number of non-basic, non-quest items, and gain one Brill for each of them. Then choose again. Okay, so oh my God, they are giving us some options here. Rumors sounds the best. Okay, I'm thinking about that. The last thing that we can do is to leave the market, and then if the letter F is not marked and there is no marker in this space, go to another entry. Otherwise, take any action on sheet 5. Okay, so we're going to for rumors, right? That I mean, gossip. It's the best. Okay, so we need to, let's see, gather rumors, progress the time token by 1. So we're already not in day, we're advancing to noon. Again, you guys, at some point we definitely need to go back to the well, right, to the staging ground, and hopefully we're going to have some spelunking equipment with us. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Let's gather some rumors. Okay, so I think you're tired with my voice a little bit. Let's go to the next one with the application. So mute your speakers.
Word is, the only son of Desmond Kazad went down well yesterday. However, out of his entire party, only one person returned. A young boy who brought back some strange artifact, now sitting for sale in one of the pawn shops of the artisan district.
Okay, so unmute. God damn. So what? Now we're going to move on to the next to the artisan district. It feels like this is what you're going to tell me to do, you guys. So first of all, we need to mark C in the story tracker. Let's do that. So we're going to mark it right over here. And then we have a new lead. Visit the artisan district to learn about the fate of the previous group. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it does sound like the smart thing to do, just so we'll be better prepared for whatever is waiting for us there. But also, I'm a little bit afraid of wasting time. Okay, we do have one more thing. We do have one more thing. So let's continue because there is another gossip. Mark C. So mute.
People are also sharing rumors about the great celebration of the anniversary of the Accord, the pact signed by the 7 patricians to share power in the city that will start soon. The preparations are said to be underway at the plaza.
Okay, so again, we have another lead, an important celebration. Oh, sorry. Unmute. An important celebration will happen in several days at the plaza. Okay, I don't know if this affects, any sort of decision. We need to go back. So now we need to choose again. So you guys tell me, what do you feel that we need to do? Should we go to the artisan district and try to see what's going on with the new lead that we received? Or should we, I don't know, get some new equipment? I'm actually not too hot on getting new equipment. And I think that I have a feeling that you also want to go to the artisan district, so we can take a chance and spend a little bit more time during the day and try to do that. And hopefully you would agree with me because there is a delay in the chat. So let's do that. Let's actually advance the time tracker and let's move on to the artisan district. And that means that we're moving on to another entry. So far it looks like better Grail. I kind of wanted to pledge now. I kind of need because you're recommending Never Fail. I appreciate that. At Awaken Realms, you forced me to buy their games again. Okay, I appreciate it a lot, to be honest with you, and I'm super happy that you kind of trust my recommendations, and always at the worst you can always sell the game for about 80%. So I'm guessing that will be cool. Yep, Artisan District. I must go now, but I'll watch this after work. I appreciate. Thank you so much for being here, even just for this support. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. So artisan district, let's go to the next entry. And again, guys, I hope it's okay for you that I'm not actually saying which entry is it, just so you'll be able to do that later on your own. Okay, so here at this entry, if you have birthmark, go to P8 in the player's handbook. Do we have birthmark? Let's check if we have, not that you can see, but let's just check. So subterfuge, stealth, close combat, no, intimidation, medicine, no, not at all. No, and with the other, no. So we don't have birthmark. It has nothing to do with us. We're just going to continue. Then if N again is not marked and you have Moonshield, go to another entry. We already established that we don't have that. If you have Alf or Scholarship, go to 403. We're definitely not having Alf and definitely not Scholarship. Barely finished high school. Let's move on. Okay, so it's perfect for, okay, Romain, thank you so much. So that means that we're just going to move on to the next entry. We have here a small narration. So let's see what is going to happen. New lead, okay, okay. Oh my God, nope. Sorry, with the application.
Whitewell's market is full of people from different.
We already had that. So continue. And we're, I guess I should have done it before. Give me one moment, you guys. Give me one moment. So we did the gather rumors, right? Continue. Continue. I already read that. Continue. Mark C, we did that. I'm really sorry about that. I thought I can skip that. New lead. Continue. Continue. Okay. So we're actually going to advance. How can I just choose an entry? Do you want to close the current entry and select a new one? Yes. So let's go. Sorry about that. So okay, enter. Let's go.
The area is full of small workshops and stores. The artisans deal mainly with rare magical items made of brilliance, the metal of the higher realm that requires exposure to pure sunlight, found only in several places of the Evershade lands, to maintain its power. Walking from place to place, you notice some items that could be useful in your current mission.
Okay, so unmute for you guys. Unmute. So I'm guessing that this brilliance is kind of like what the equivalent to Valerian steel in Game of Thrones, probably something like that. Now let me go to exactly what we were looking for, right? So if we have the letter C that is marked, which we all know that we do, ask about an object that came from below. So we need to go to another entry, but this time let me actually mark it over here. Yes, so perfect. Let's do that. Yes. And we're going to have some narration here. So mute the speakers, if you will.
You chat with the merchant and learn he bought his vestigial from a young, bright-haired man named Syl, who lives somewhere in the poor district south of the well. To be honest, I was mighty curious where he found it, but asking too many questions is bad for business in this trade.
Okay, so Seal, that's actually the son, right, of what's her name, Bridget or Bridgie or something like that that we had there. So I think that's the guy that we're also looking for. No, okay, so let's continue. And they are telling right now to mark D in this story. Okay, so we're starting to accumulate here quite a lot of markers. I'm guessing that's going to help us a little bit later. And then we can either continue shopping and go to, again, the next one, or we can take any action from sheet 5. So again, we can simply basically go somewhere else. So in general, guys, the the things that we can buy here are going to cost for us either 5 brill or 3 brill or something like that, which is just a little bit too expensive. We cannot afford it. So I think that we need to just move somewhere else. So with like it's going to take us some time, at least 2 times to move the turn tracker if we want to go to the staging ground. But I'm thinking maybe go back to the market and buy that cave equipment because the other people bought rope. Maybe this is something that can help us. Um, and in any case, it's going to take us twice, and I don't think I would like right now to go and explore something else. So I'm going to take here an executive decision, and I hope that's okay with you. I'm going to go back to the market. So that means that we need to turn it one more time. So we're already in the second afternoon. Then we're going to have evening, dusk, and so on. I definitely want to continue and go down into the well. Okay, so over here, we're going to move on to the entry that deals with the market. And for 1 brill, we're going to buy spelunking tools and supplies. So, and then we need to place the torch item in your equipment and gain the appropriate action card and then choose again. Okay, so first of all, let's pay 1 brill. So that's the only brill that we have. That's this one. Let's put it back. And now we need to look for the torch. So give me one moment. I'll look for this equipment. Yep, I'll just take all of this tray. Sorry about that, you guys. Give me 1 second. Where can I find it? Is it somewhere over here? So we need to look for the torch. So bandages, gizmos. Okay, no, no, no. Let's see if we have here torch. We don't have here torch. Am I missing here something? Give me one. Ah, it's hand. It's hand. I was looking in something else. I'm sorry about that. Hand should be over here. So let's see what do we have. We have, of course, the infamous wand of ice, but we're not looking for it right now. Torch, yes, there you go. We have the torch. Okay, lovely assistant, if you will. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So the torch. On the other side, push anyone in range 1 by 2. Okay, and we have here fire and light. So we didn't get any ropes or something like that, which is maybe a little bit disappointing. Maybe that's what I was looking for. But in any case, I just remind you that when you are getting equipment, you can immediately place it in your on your playboard. You don't need to put it in the pouch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So we're going to place it over here. If you know, guys, what's going on with the card, if there is a card for this item or not, let me know. I think that we don't have a card for it because it doesn't state anything on the back, but I'll be happy for your input. Um, on top of that, we can go back and choose another action. So it's correct. Okay, so that means that there is it's correct like for equipping the item. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. So here's the thing, you guys. For sure, we want to go back to the staging grounds. So let's again advance. We're already in the evening. We're going to move 1 and 2, right? That is the options that we have with the sheet actions. And now I'm a little bit contemplating because I can put the camp in order to advance actually and potentially be stronger for whatever can be like inside the well. Apparently, it's more of a reminder to check if there is a card coming with the item. Okay, okay. I believe there is only a card if it tells you. Right. Yes, yes, that's exactly what I understood. So this is more of a reminder. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So you're okay. I'm glad that you're approving, guys. We're in this together now. Anyways, um, so again, I'm thinking, do I want to maybe try and be stronger? And then actually we need to move from evening to dusk, which means that we're coming very close to dawn. I don't really know how much time we need. Um, Let me know what you think. I'll be happy for your advice. Are we losing a little bit more time in order to go to camp phase and then do that, or we're going to try not to lose time because we don't know what we are expected to have later, and then we're just diving into the well. I'm waiting on you guys. Whatever you tell me, the first answer, or if you have I don't know, if you have a unanimous call, I'm going to do that. So we can either upgrade or we're diving in. Let me know what you feel. What entry is this in any case? Okay, okay. Let's go to that entry just to be sure already. And it's over here. Okay. So before I'm reading this, what are we doing? Diving in. Let's go. We're diving in. So I'm going to go to this entry. I believe you have more time than you think. Okay, that sounds like you already know a little bit what's going on. But if, like, to be honest, I think that am a little bit afraid to lose too much time. So I was texting. Anyways, yeah, I kind of asked you a question, but in any case, let's read what do we have over here with the staging ground. Flip dusk means flip the time tile to the other side. Oh, does it? Okay. Did it say anywhere? I'm not so sure. In any case, I'm continuing. So in this entry, if the time token is set to afternoon or later, we need to go to a different entry, which is actually the case. And now I have to tell you that I'm seeing here something a little bit weird. I don't know if anybody paid attention on the Discord or something like that. But from entry 350, sorry for saying numbers, we have an immediate jump to entry 357. I mean, there is no 51, 52, 53, and so on. We have like 350, and the next one is 357. So let me know if you know what's going on with that. Maybe those entries are located somewhere else or something like that, although I'd find it a little bit weird. But in any case, so we have some narration coming in. Let's go with that narration. Again, just because the time tracker is a little bit too late. So let me choose it. You want to close the current entry? Yes. And we're going to go to this specific entry. Enter. Yes. So narration coming.
It's time. Kazad's workers await by their crane next to huge coils of rope and a wooden platform with low banisters that may take you 100 feet down in a relatively safe fashion. Several guards are also present to ensure no one tinkers with the machine while you're descending. As you step onto the platform, a burly foreman approaches you. Don't be too long, he says. I don't know if you've noticed, but something's brewing in the city. The anniversary of the accord between the patricians is starting soon. Little birds sing that someone will use this occasion to cause unrest. If something happens, I don't want my crew to be stuck here waiting for you. No hard feelings, but we won't stick around a second longer than what Desmond Kazad paid us for.
Okay. They could be printed elsewhere. No, no, no. You're actually It's absolutely correct. Trying to watch Escape at the same time. It does say actually flip to, like, when it says flip to dusk. So you're absolutely correct. I just don't really know what does it actually means. What does it mean? Sorry. They could be printed elsewhere, like in a card or something that's common for Awakened Realms, or they could have been eliminated during development. Who knows? Who knows? I agree. Who knows? So right now they're telling us that if the letter F is marked, we need to go to a specific entry. Obviously, it is not marked, so we're going to have a little bit more narration, and then we're going to continue. So continue. F is not marked. So continue.
just down the road. You notice another construction team finishing a second crane. They will be ready soon. You realize it's better not to give them a head start.
All right. So, okay. So we have here, it's located somewhere else. Okay, okay. Another time cycle will tell you to flip it again. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, I'm just going to continue. So we're going to move on to the next entry. So narration is coming if you want to mute.
The crane squeaks as your platform slides down into the depths of the well, bored by the light of the broken sun. Looking up, you notice that the second platform is also starting to descend with a reckless speed. Soon it reaches your level, and then you notice it's full of heavily armed ruffians. You hope they'll pass you, but the rival team seems hell-bent on eliminating you right here, right now. Some of them take a run-up and jump onto your platform, while the others throw over hooked gangplanks to begin boarding.
So I guess we're going to have here some combat. Let's do this. So place sheet 7 in the right slot of the story tracker. To be honest, you guys, I was kind of afraid. I mean, I'm happy that we're seeing here combat, but I'm a little bit stressed from it just because of all of the rules. So let's take a deep breath and hopefully that will work. So that is sheet number 7. Again, if you prefer not to watch spoilers or something like that, like there's only so much I can do. Let's place it over here. So this is, to be honest, this is pretty cool. The story here is really kind of awesome. So place sheet number 7. We did that. Next to the sheet, place the rogue, mage, and goons. So let's look for those cards. Give me one moment, please. Oh, I hope that we'll be able to see them. Maybe we need to move this a little bit. Can you move the, yeah, a little bit backwards? Thank you very much. Let me guys know, yeah, and I think that from here will be okay. So we need E03. So that is the rogue. I think we can relatively see the card. Yeah, I think that's okay. Then E04, so that's the mage. Oh, that's a new enemy. That's a new enemy. And also we have E05. Those are the goons. No problem. If the number of characters is 4 or more, so that's something that I covered in my last video. Obviously, it's not the case, so we're just going to ignore it. Then set the HP for the rogue and mage according to their, add 5 additional HP to both the rogue and mage. Oh man. So let's see what they're having here. Their HP, the HP of the rogue is 5 times the number of characters, but we're playing with a partner, so it's 10. But it's going to, they're telling us to have 5 more, so that's 15. Oh man, maybe I should have had the advance. I don't know. Let's see how it's going to work. So we have here 15 HP. And then for the mage, we have 10 and again 5 more, so that's going to be again 15. So 15, there you go. I'll place it just like this. And that is it basically. I mean, for them. Find the enemy activation cards of the enemies, shuffle them, and place them face down. Okay, so let's take, I need the small cards. Yeah, let's take the small cards. And we need a 6, 7, and 8. So a is 6, 7, and 8. We'll shuffle them briefly. And then a 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, if you can, that will be great. If you can shuffle them for me, that will be amazing. And here we need a 12. So a 12, that's easy. We're just going to place it here. This is the activation cards for the rogue. And we have this one here. Alrighty then. What is the next thing that we need to do? Place half the number of characters plus 3 goons in the lowest numbered spaces marked with a specific symbol. So, lovely assistant, I need your help one more time. If you can bring me, please, the models of the goons. Sorry it's taking so much time, you guys. Really, it's the first time that I'm playing this act, so I really didn't know what to expect. Just open, lift this thingy. Yeah, and you can hand it over, and we have here goons. And give me also those rings. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, and 3 and 4 actually, because half it means 1 plus 3, that is total of 4. And let's take just random rings. It really doesn't matter. At this, at times like this, I'm asking myself, how does Paul Grogan does all these, live playthroughs? This is pretty crazy. I'll be seriously. I think that I'm sometimes prefer to edit my videos, but it is what it is. Okay, so we need to place them at the lowest numbers. So let's see where is number 1. I see already we have here number 2, number 3. Do you see there? That's number 1, and number 4 is over here. So hopefully, guys, you can see pretty good on your screens what's going on. I mean, I know that it doesn't look like the other edited videos just because I don't have here another angle for my with my cameras. Choose unused character models for the rogue and the mage. Okay, so let's do something that will be easy for us. Let's see if we have something cool for the mage. Do we have something cool? I mean, not crazy cool, but we can work with this. So let's have this guy with a sword. It's okay if you take time. That means longer stream, more joy for. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, I don't record definitely very. Yeah. This is, dude. This is crazy. So let's say that the rogue is going to be the guy with the sword over here, and just because I don't want to prolong this thing too much, mage. Do we have something cool with mage? Let's take this one. So I'm going to choose this creature that I kind of forgot the name, but that is going to represent our mage. Again, just because I don't want to take too much time, debating this. Let's move on. So, place place the rogue and the mage in spaces marked with these diamonds. So we have 1 diamond over here, and where is the other diamond? It's on the other side. So let's put the mage there, and here is going to be the rogue. Then we can place all party members in spaces marked with a triangle. So this is our blank, right? And we have here our dwerg, and we have our mage. So I think that our mage, I would prefer to have her over here, let's say. And I think that our dwerg is going to try and be here. And we're going to start over here because I might have a trick in my sleeve. I might. Let's move on. Now we can choose. We have a choice. I used followers models for random enemies. To be honest, it's not a bad idea at all. I just really don't want to waste time on that. Follow models is meant to be used like that when plausible. Yeah. So we have here a choice. We can either, excuse me. You think I can get a glass of water? Thank you. Um, we can either rush to fight, build the initiative bag with a number of characters, dual tokens, 2 white tokens and 3 black tokens, and then go to a specific entry, which, spoiler alert, is going to start the fight. Matt, how are you doing, buddy? I hope that you're doing good. I'm so happy that you managed to join. The other option is run toward the boarding planks and try to push them away. We will need to roll for strength, +1 die if we have athletics, close combat, or large. Yeah, I would like to try and do that. I would definitely want to try and do that. Thank you so much. Give me one moment, you guys. I'm just going to take a sip of water over here. So, strength is something that we are not the best in, right? We have only 2, but when you're playing through solo, you can use your companion's attribute, right? The main attribute, which we right now we have 3 strength with a dwarf. The thing is that to get the best outcome, we will need to have 2 successes. Now, we can be supported. I mean, we do have more dice because we do have close. Do we have close? We do have close combat, which is great for us. So that's already 4 dice. I'm kind of feeling. Not, no, but this is still not during combat. I agree with you, but this is still not during combat. This is still in the exploration. But this is a very good anecdote in general. So 100%. But we still didn't start the combat. So that means 3 plus 1, that's 4 dice, and trying to have 2 successes, and we have 3 fate. I kind of wanted to keep the 3 fate. No, you're doing good. I really, guys, I'm saying this in general. If you spot a mistake, or if you think that you spot a mistake, I 100% prefer that you will tell me on spot, and worst case, we're just going to debate it for a second. I rather that than actually doing mistakes. So thank you. So again, 4 dice for 2 successes. I feel like it's okay. We do have fate, although I prefer not to spend it, but I feel that this is what I'm going to do. So again, you guys, we have here 3 strength. We're going to take 3 dice. Let's actually switch to the higher camera. Let's take all the dice that we have here. So we have 3 dice. And because we have here a few keywords, right? We have large, we have close combat. But again, I remind you that if you have multiple keywords, you're not adding dice to it. If you have a specific keyword multiple times, this is where you're adding more dice to your pool. So we're going to take 1 more die to our pool. We have 4. And wish me luck, you guys. Wish me luck. We need 2 successes for the optimal result. Difficulty 9. Let's go. So we have here. Oh, sweet. Just when you, oh man, just when you thought it can get better. So we have here actually 12. So that means a double success, 11. So we have more successes than we need to, but also we have a natural 1, which means that we're gaining another fate token. Dude, I can have these fate tokens all night long. Have fun. I'm off to my yard work. Philip, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day, my man. Hopefully, I'm going to text you tomorrow morning so we can have a game of something. I don't know, Company of Heroes or whatever. When I learned that from your early video that blew my mind, we will have to pay close attention to those keywords. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It can get a little bit confusing, but I'm guessing that, when you play a little bit, then it just stuck to your mind. For me, I can tell you when it got burned in my mind is that when I played with Ernest Lands of Evershade in the offices of Awakened Realms for the first time just to learn the game, he insisted on it so much that it just like got burned in my brain. And I'm like, okay, multiple keywords, no. The same one multiple times, yes. Okay, got it. Anyways, back to our story. I hope that I'm not wasting too much of your time, you guys. So if we have 2 successes, we need to go to a specific entry. Let's see what is this entry. Actually, there is no narration, so I'm just going to read it to you. Place the dangerous space -5 HP token on the top and bottom planks. Oh, place the dangerous space. What is the dangerous space? Dangerous space token. Is that just like a normal, how does it call? I forgot the name of it. Like these tokens, and now they're just called dangerous space tokens. Can I have another one, please? Thank you so much. So let's see, where do they say to place it? At the top and bottom planks. So I'm guessing one over here and one over here. That actually kind of ruined my plans. Um, enemy tray. Yeah, tell me if those are actually the ones that I should have placed. Like again, I forgot the name. Effect tokens. Effect tokens. So let me know if this is actually what I need to place here. Okay, moving on. Build the initiative bag with the number of character dual tokens. So I need two of those. Two dual tokens, please, lovely assistant. Yeah, that's one. That's two. Perfect. Let's put it in the bag. And also we need uh, two white tokens and three black tokens. Up. Two white. So I need two more black. One and two. Perfect. Perfect. So we got that, and then we need to go to 360. Then we need to go to an entry. They have a blank side or minus 5 HP on the flip side. Oh, I guess I kind of missed those tokens. Can you look? Yeah, that's the enemy tray. Look for tokens, please, that have minus 5 HP on one side and blank on the other. And what about those tokens over there? Yeah, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for this. Oh, why did it go black? Did I press something? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is another thing that I'm learning. Sorry about that. Okay, so minus 5 HP. Great. Thank you so much. I learned something new. Perfect. So that's another danger token. Sorry about this fade out. Two types, one token that's black with the... Yeah. I think that now I got it. I think, oops, sorry about that. I think that now I got it correctly, right? I think these are these tokens. And now we're going to simply start combat. So let's get ready to rumble. If you can, please hold this for a second. And okay, so we're drawing the first token. We're drawing the first token. Let's see who's first activating. And what I'm assuming is, again, you guys, I maybe this is something I just missed in the rules. I'm assuming that the first doesn't matter model that is just like passing on them is going to trigger this, and it's going to cost them like 5 HP. Two types one, okay, or blocked space, gray outside. Okay. Anyways, it looks very much alike to Tinted Gray. Okay. So just let me know if I got it correctly. Just like a model that is passing on it, it just takes minus 5 HP. And also, if you can tell me, please, if this is like a one-time thing or it just stays there. I think that is the wrong one. It said dangerous space, right? Yeah, not block dangerous space. Oh, man, I need to check. So it says place the dangerous space in brackets minus 5 HP token on the top and bottom planks. So let me check if there is something else. Do you have let me check in the tokens. Opa. If we have another one of those, they're all kind of the same. Like on one side, they're going to have this, and then on the other side, they're going to have the minus different types of HP. So again, guys, I don't want to take too much of your time. I feel like I already wasted a lot of it. So I'm just going to keep it like that. If you can at some point, if not, I'm just going to read it in the rules. Yeah, it's not a big deal. If you can tell me if this is a one-time thing or every time that a model passes on it, they're going to lose 5 HP, let me know. If not, I'm just going to look in the rules. Anyways, let's start the combat and take it from there. So the first token that we're drawing is a dual token. So that means, of course, since we don't have any activation tokens, that means that we have a tie between, excuse me, we have a tie between the enemies and our characters or party members. So we're going to go with the black. The leftmost non-activated enemy is, of course, the rogue. So we're going to place it over here. Then we're going to draw the first enemy activation, and we're going to resolve it. That's the block space according to the rulebook. One of them has no border, but it's all good. Yo, I'm so sorry. I guess no, it's not. No, it's not this one. Anyways, we're just going to continue with what I have over here since I really don't find any other token in the enemy tray. So sorry about that. And let's continue. So we have here card 808. And we have here, first of all, rush. So move by 6 towards the party member with the most suns. I think it's every time, but not sure. You know what? I'm not sure either. Let's just roll with that it's every time, just not to, hold it up. If there is going to be a correction, you guys, I'm just going to add it in the description later for people that will watch it. But in any case, so we have here the rush, move 6 towards the party member with the most suns. And oh my God, how much discussions we had over this over Discord. Like, it's pretty insane. The rulebook doesn't mention anything about discarding them. Perfect. So we're just going to keep them. So the party member with the most suns, obviously you cannot see what's going on right now, but our mage has right now 2 suns. Our dwarf has 4 suns, and we have 2 suns. So that means that the dwarf, we have 3. How come we have 3? We have 1 more. Yeah. Perfect. You're absolutely correct. So we have 3 suns. In any case, that means that the dwarf is going to be the target of this card. They stay on board. Perfect. I appreciate it immensely, seriously. So we have the rogue that is situated right over here that is moving up to 6 towards the dwarf. So they're basically moving. In case you can't see, we have here impassable terrain, right? We have here the barrel. We have here another barrel. I know it's crazy to say this in a game that has so many miniatures, but I kind of miss like a terrain pack for the combat. I mean, just for situations like this. Enemies can move through dangerous spaces to travel to closest target, but don't travel through them if it would kill them. Okay, so only if they get damage from them. They seem to stay, yes, and both players and allies and enemies can move through them. Okay, one last question before I continue. Do you know if it's going to trigger their shield, right? Their armor. So if they take damage from this, do I need to reduce from it their armor? I assume that yes, but let me know what's going on. But enemies won't if that would kill them. Okay, so we're good. So what we're having now is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we have here 5. Of course, the rogue went through this dangerous space. I would say that they do have armor, just to make maybe combat a little bit more difficult. So 5 HP, I'm guessing because it's like not direct damage. They're just saying lose 5 HP. I assume yes as well. Yeah, let's just roll with that. So their armor of the rogue is half the number of characters, so that's 1. So they have 1 armor. So 5 minus 1, that's 4. From 15 HP, they're going to go down to 11, right? So let's continue. Then we have an attack that is also melee. And they're actually doing a pretty huge attack. So that's actually the same card that I used in my previous video of explaining exactly that. So if you can see, let me switch to the other camera actually and see if I can present it to you. Yeah, so hopefully with the focus, you can see what kind of attack they're going to do. So that is kind of an area attack that even not only other characters, but also enemies are going to suffer from. Yes, I won't protect against damage unless otherwise stated. Perfect. Chef's kiss, delicious. So we're going to do exactly that. So what they're going to do, first of all, is they're going to do 3 damage to the dwerg, and also they're going to do 2 damage to this goon and 2 damage to our mage. Now, our mage doesn't have actually a lot of HP. She has only 6. Our dwarf is a little bit more tanky. He has 8 HP. So let's see if we can actually do something in order to help them. But I think that we don't. So I'm looking basically right now on the hotbar that I have over here, and also of course on the characters. The thing is that because they didn't activate yet, then basically they don't have their defensive reaction, which is it's a little bit too bad, but it is what it is. So let's not prolong this too much. First of all, this goon that we have over here is dead, right? They have 1 hit point and they took damage. It doesn't matter because this is an area attack. So 1 goon is going to be removed. Then our dwarf is going to take 3 damage. That means that from 8, they're going to go down to 5. I must be honest with you. Quick research says your armor reduces damage. Okay, perfect. Um, I have a feeling we're going to fight this combat alone very quickly. The next thing is that our mage is going to take 2 hits, so that drops her to 4 HP. And that is it, basically. It's really too bad that we couldn't defend ourselves, but yeah, there is nothing to do. Really nothing to do with that. No. Okay, so this card is going to go to the bottom of the deck, and we're going to continue to the next activation. You know what I forgot, you guys? And if you allow me, I'm going to do that. I actually forgot our small friend here, the looter. So I assume you would like to see how he is in action, but I'm going to play fair. Let's roll the die. Again, if that's okay with you, because we already started the combat, but I think you will not object. So if we're going to have a square or like this diamond, we're going to have the looter Rotling appears. Let's see what's going to happen. And we have here a triangle. So unfortunately, the looter is not going to take place in this combat. It is what it is. We tried. Let's move on to the next activation and see what we're going to have. And we have here a black token. God damn, this is really not what I wanted to see here. So that is going to be the leftmost enemy that hasn't been activated yet. That is the mage. Let's place it over here and take, of course, the first card that we have. So A09 says, first of all, hide. Target the closest party member. So let's see, if we have here the mage, I'm guessing that the closest party member will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we have here a tie. Is it possible that we have here a tie? 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, so we have here a tie. So we can, when we have a tie, yes, we want the looter. Yeah, I hope that we're going to have another combat. So we know rules wise that when we have a tie in these kind of situations, we can choose which one we want actually to choose from. Then move to the closest space with cover against that target. Um, some effects in the gameplay may instruct characters or enemies to lose a set number of HP instead of dealing. This will be marked as lose HP and will disregard armor. Oh, okay. This is something that I will definitely remember. I appreciate that. I'm just assuming that this is not one of these cases, but very good to know. Thank you. So let's see. Let's say go a little bit over cover. So basically, I'll just remove. Oh, did I? He moves over here. Okay. So let's move these 2 characters one moment. These 2 models, sorry. And just in order to refresh, the cover is just going to be a continuation of the thick lines. And then we need to see from which side of the line you are situated, and then you're going to have cover from them. So to be honest, I think that in either case, even if we're choosing our blank or the dwarf, I think that the closest space with cover against the target, it will be the same thing. And basically it's going to be this space, right? It's going to be over here. No. It's going to continue. And then it means that they're going to have protection from the blank in general. I think that this is what we're simply going to do. I'm sorry, I got mixed up a little bit with this side, with this line that we have here, but actually it's absolutely not what I should have considered. So it's only this line. So we basically chose our blank as the nearest party member, and then we move to the nearest space to get some cover against it. Okay, so far so good. Honestly, read it as that applies to exploration mode and not combat mode. Ah, okay, that can be. But in any case, I'm going to continue. So the next effect that we have on this card is a magic missile. So it is attack, ranged, and spell. Target the party member with the most suns in any range. So that is again going to be our dwerg. God damn. And they're going to deal half the number of characters plus 3 damage, plus 2 against Divinum. Plus 2 damage against Divinum, and that is the difficulty is going to be 8. We don't have a way to defend our dwerg. Wow, they're going to take 4 more damage. That means they're going to be left with 1 HP. So many niche things in this game. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But I really think that we're soon going to lose our dwerg. I'm a little bit worried. So we don't have a way to protect our dwerg. Really, we don't have any card in our hotbar to do anything, right? This is shoot, attack, enhance divinum, clumsy dodge, combat insight, endurance. Damn, this is so brutal. Okay, so I guess that our dwerg is going to suffer from 4 more hit points, which means that they're going to go from 5 hit points to actually only 1. The dwerg is dying. This is not something that I'm happy about at all. Okay, let's move this card to the bottom of the deck. And now we're going to move to the next activation. So I was playing on hard mode, I guess. Yeah, playing hard mode. It is what it is. Wait. So many. Really need to be focused. Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's move on. So we're going to take now another one, and we have another dual token. So now because we have 2 black tokens already on the table, that means that now we will be able to activate, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's see what we're going to do. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, tell me if I'm correct, you guys, because I'm pretty sure that the dwerg should have benefited from cover against the missile attack. So the way that I see it, if I move these 3 models one moment, the dwerg was situated here. So they're not profiting, sorry. They're gaining, right, from this cover. So if I'm going to continue this line, everyone that is on the other side actually is going to, we're going to have actually 2 armor. So I think that our dwerg was eligible to gain these 2 armor. Let me know if you see what I'm saying. Okay, so let's do that. Actually, this was right over here. So that means that the dwerg is not on 1 HP, he's actually on 3, which is not so terrible. He might survive a little bit. It has cover. Okay, great. So I'm happy that I managed to catch that. Also, by the way, you guys, something that I didn't mention before, our objective is to defeat all enemies. This is what it says over here as the objective, and later we're going to read what it says over here. So, going back to our play, we now have this dual token that is going to be used as a white token. So that means that we can either activate ourselves or our mage. And I still not sure what I want to do. Let's, if that's okay with you, I'm going to read what we have over here on the secret sheet. So first of all, we have push off the platform. Roll for strength 9, plus 1 die if we have athletics or large, plus 2 dice if it's against elite. Oh, all right. If we have one success, pushed by the number of successes. Aha. Okay, if we failed, we're going to take 1 terror. How is it going to help me to push? I'm guessing that this is where, how does it call? Crash or something like that. When you're pushing and there's no eligible place to be pushed towards, then you're actually doing that damage. I so I have damage mitigation reactions, but with my character. And right now I had like the dwerg and my mage attack. Those are companions and partner. And since their card is still on the bright side face up, they don't have anything that they can do for the reaction. So I hope that answers the question. The other thing that we can do, cut the chains. Only character requires ranged. Do we have range? We do have range. We have the staff sling. Cool. Roll for agility. That is our best attribute. The difficulty is 11 though. And we're going to have +2 for marksmanship. Do we have marksmanship? We absolutely don't. God damn. If we have 3 successes, we need to go to another entry. But I feel that this is actually can do something good for the combat. The damage, the amount of spaces they couldn't move due to being pushed into non-passable wall. Yeah, exactly. That's that was what I was talking about. Thank you for that. I just thought that you can push them like literally like off the combat or something like that. You can push them down the hall. Really? So every time that they have here like this red line, I can push them away from that. That will be radical. Oh, I would absolutely love that. I would absolutely love that. But how can I do? Okay, okay. I'll consider that. Push off the platform. It sounds like I can do that, right? Anyway, so who are we going to activate first? We have a few options. We can start with the mage. She has a pretty cool activation, but it goes like it attacks in a line. So if she moves over here, she can actually attack both of these. Like she can attack these characters, and not these characters. Jesus, the models. We can go with our dwerg and start hitting the rogue. Maybe it's not a bad idea because they're already hurt. And the dwerg, I definitely want to have his card on the other side. Uh, is that damage armor blocks? Yeah, they can be pushed down. Oh, this is sweet. This is sweet. Is that damage armor block? If you meant like regarding the push, like the crashing thingy, then yes. Okay. I mean the hole in the middle of the ramp, like over here. Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. So you can do it either on the sides. I'm guessing that it's every time you have this red border. So from, sorry, I'm going to use the pointer. So from here to here, you cannot push. This is just impassable. But from these spaces over to the, from the right side to the left side, you can definitely push. It's not going to give me a lot now, but it is definitely something to consider. That's for sure. Anyways, um, so I think I'm going to activate my dwarf. I think I'm going to activate my dwarf. He's my companion, so I'm going to actually activate myself. Let me show you how it goes. Just going to place the disc over here. Now, because the dwarf is my companion, I can choose if to activate it before or after my action, and I'm going to choose, and I'm going to choose to activate them before. So, on their card, their activation says roll for strength. The difficulty is, of course, going to be the difficulty of the enemy. +1 die if at least one party member is in range 2. So this is definitely what we're having here. with the mage that is a party member that is in range 2. And for each success, we're going to deal damage. If the target was defeated, a party member in range 2 gains 1 fate. Well, it's not going to help too much, but definitely it's going to help with the dice. So their strength is 3. So we're going to take 3 dice. Let's place it right over here. There you go. Can I have these 2 dice? Just 2. Yeah, perfect. So we have 3 dice, that is their strength, plus 1 die if at least one party member is in range 2, which is exactly what we have. So we're going to take 4 dice. Now the question, if I want to be a little bit greedy and try to deal a lot of damage, because the difficulty is going to be 8. Asaf, yeah, I'm holding. Okay, okay, so we're good. We're good. I thought you told me to wait. See, just did it. Remember, you have 4 fate tokens. You can use 3 to take an extra action. Yes, yes, absolutely. That was actually the reason that I kept those from the previous act. So thank you. Absolutely, I want to do that. So I'm thinking 4 dice. I mean, the more dice that I have, the more actually damage I can deal. So I definitely want to do that. I can do the combat. I can do the combat insight to support with 1 die. And I think that I'm actually going to do that. So let me flip this card to the other side. I can support any party member in any range. Let's flip that. And we're going to add 1 more die. So we have 5 dice right now that we're going to attack. Yeah, hi Snake Eyes. Yes, we are doing a live playthrough. So 5 dice, you guys. The difficulty is 8. I truly, truly hope that we're going to have here some successes. Let's see how is it going to go. What do we have? Oh my God, we have only 2. This is so bad. This is really not what I wanted. And they cannot reroll or anything. So basically what happened here, I'm going to flip this card already to the, they're going to have here actually another attack. So maybe it's not the end of the world. Anyways, we have here 3 misses. We have here 2 successes. Unfortunately, the rogue has 1 armor. So that means they're going to take only 1 damage. So from 11, they're going to go down to 10. Okay, not the end of the world. Then we're going to flip this card to the other side. And let's see, Dread Razor, it's going to be defensive reaction. So nothing we can do with that. The only other thing that we can do is to move, I guess, if we want to. I don't know if it's going to help us at all to move. Because I don't think that push considered to be, I don't think that push is considered to be like a basic action. Give me 1 moment. No, this is push off the platform. No, it's not that. Do you guys remember if push is like considered a basic action? That no, it's only move, first aid, stabilize. Scratch that. That is absolutely not what we have. And agility, the agility of the dwerg is really garbage. They have only 1, so I don't think this is going to make sense. So I guess that this is pretty much about it, because we already flipped the card. We cannot do anything else with the dwerg. I'm guessing they're staying exactly where they are. This is kind of disappointing. Anyways, now that we finished with the dwerg, we're going to move back to actually activating my character. So I have some pretty nice things that I would like to try. First of all, I have some poison darts, which is something that I took along the way. You know what? Let me show you something pretty sweet. I have here equipment, a weapon that is called a Garret. And it says that we'll be able to defeat a minion in range 1. So by using this, and I'm going to put it back in my pouch, actually as sort of like a free action, I will be able to take down this goon, right? Because they're considered to be a minion, just like it is stated on their card. So this goon is gone. That is already good. Let's see what is new. I haven't tried through solo, but I through partners. Sorry, let me read this again. I haven't, I'm guessing, tried true solo, but I thought partners could do sheet action. Yes, yes, they can absolutely do sheet actions completely. I just don't think, excuse me, I just don't think that right now they could have done something with it. No, the action is on the map. Oh, I want to. Oh, yeah, yeah. I hear you. This game is excellent, man. I'm having here a blast. Again, guys, if you see that I'm doing here a mistake, let me know. So I have here poison darts. Then I can also shoot. I can. That's pretty much the things that I can do. I am kind of thinking about, I don't know, shooting some poison darts, and probably I would like to do it against the mage because because they haven't been activated yet. And if I'm going to deal to them, if I'm going to shoot at them with the poison darts, on their turn, they're going to take 2 damage. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the damage that comes from the poison, from the effect itself, is not being negated by armor. It's not really important because the mage doesn't have any type of armor, but I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. Also, thematically, it kind of makes sense to me. Is it true that the game is very easy, especially the first adventure? I mean, I'm only in Act 3, which is really just the beginning. Already, combat is like, I'm not going to say this is I don't know. I guess I just kind of started. The combat before was relatively easy. Yeah, you're not playing solo mode here versus I don't know the AI from War of the Ring. It's not a completely punishing game, but I'm guessing that the first adventure is supposed to just like ease you into the game. And I'm assuming that the advanced adventure and the expert, of course, are going to be much more brutal. So, but in either way, I'm having a blast here. Anyway, so I want to try and attack twice. Let's attack with the poison darts that I have, the mage, and see what's going to happen. So on this card, it says attack and ranged, perfect, no problem. Roll for agility, which is again perfect because that is our strongest. Attribute. +1 die if we have alchemy, which we don't. +1 die against large, but they definitely are not large. Getting the combat down right. Yeah. Storybook is easy. Comet has a lot of details. Early on, yeah, but already the next fight after this one gets quite a bit tougher. Okay. Anyways, so let's take those dice. We need 3 dice, right? Because we have 3. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else. We can have our mage support us. And we're going to deal the number of successes -1 damage. If the target is elite or boss, place your effect token on the enemy. If we'll have 4 successes, we're going to place 2 tokens. So I think that I'm going to give it a try. So let's take our tray. We have 3, and also I'm going to ask from my mage if she can please support me with 1 roll. So let's place this one over here, which is again good because when it will be her turn to activate, she's going to refresh this. So let's take now 4 dice. The difficulty, where is this card? The difficulty is going to be 8, and we need hopefully 4 successes. We do have at least 1 fate, so let's try to make it happen. And we have here almost, so we have 8 and then 2 successes, and we have 2 misses. Oh, that was actually a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Actually, the mage should have rolled on her own. So let's take this die. Let's say that this is what the mage rolled. Let's put it aside. Just to remind you again, because of fate and stuff like that, they're rolling differently. I think I want to use 1 fate in order to re-roll this die, and hopefully I will get 8 or more. So let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now I actually see that the camera wasn't set. So we rolled the dice. I accidentally rolled all the 4 dice together, which was a mistake because one die that was rolled by the support of the mage should have been rolled separately. So that's my bad. So this fate token, I'm just going to put back in the supply, and I'm going to keep these 2 successes, and I'm going to roll this 1 die. Hopefully, I will be able to get here 8 or more. If I'm not mistaken, I will not be able to roll the die of the mage just because it's like a different kind of character. I've had my game for like 2 weeks now and only play it on the weekends. If people are expert, they are grinding hard, but the game is addicting. I definitely hear you about that. So cross fingers, you guys. Wish me luck. I need 8 or more. Let's go. And we have here a fate. Okay. Definitely not what I wanted to see. Definitely not what I wanted to see. Okay. Let's take this fate and keep our 3 successes. It's not the end of the world, but it is what it is. So going back to the card, we have here deal number of successes -1 damage. So 3 -1, that is 2. That's 2 damage. So already she has 13. And also we're going to take our effect token, and we're going to place one on the mage, and we're going to take another one and we're going to place it on our card on the other side. So let me show it to you for a second. Here on the other side of the card, it says, start of your activation, the enemy loses 2 HP for each one of the effect tokens. So I think this is what we talked about before, Romain, right? Because that means that they're just losing it. I think that it just passes armor, like it doesn't have any effect. When you refresh discard your effect token. Okay, so basically it's just poison damage. That was the first attack that I did. The next one can just be a normal shoot action. Don't know, do I like it? Should I just advance? Oh, now I see another thing that I did here, a mistake. I see here another mistake. So again, just like we saw before, actually the mage is supposed to have cover from my blank. So if you excuse me, because I just missed that. Let's say that my first activation would have been just like movement. So I would have moved 1 and 2 over here, and then I performed my shooting. I hope that's okay with you, just to prevent from the mage to have any kind of defense, any kind of cover. Hopefully that's cool with you. There are thousands of backers, so yeah, you can expect some to have grinded hard already. Fair enough. So now, guys, I'm actually going to spend. Do I want to spend it? Cut the chain, roll for agility. Wow, are we going to try and do that? Cut the chain? I mean, 11 is brutal, and 3 successes is really not likely with my 3. And I don't have the marksmanship. No, I don't think that I'm going to do that. I don't think that I'm going to do that. Let's just shoot again and not waste too much time. So I'm going to take 3 out of the 4 fates that I have, and I'm going to discard them in order to perform one more shooting. So it's going to be a normal shoot with just the card that you know already. We're going to roll for agility. The difficulty that we have here is again 8. For each success, we're going to deal 1 damage. So let's take 3 dice. Come on, I really need some successes over here. And we have, it's okay, a 9 and 11. So that means 2 damage. So 2 damage to the mage. She's already down at 11. Let's see how the next activation is going to look like. So we finished with my activation with the dwarf. Let's take out the next token and see what's going to happen. Let's see, there are, yeah, Dem, you're right. Should have had cover. You're you're a game that's cool. Yeah, just because, if I would have seen it before, probably I would have moved. So I didn't want to change too many things. If you consider this cheating, let me know. I'm not going to change it back, but just let me know. Anyway, so let's see what is the next token. And we have a white token, which means that our mage is now going to operate, which is kind of great. I really wanted this to happen. So we're going to place this token over here. And because now she's going to operate, then this token is going to be removed. Now, let's see what she can do with her main attack. So she can roll for intelligence and divinum. One success means she's going to deal half the number of divinum by damage. If she has 3 successes, she's going to deal the number of divinum in damage, like full number of divinum, and her divinum is d6. Um, sorry. Her divinum is like a d6. Um, and Irinia may lose 5 minus the number of successes HP, not to flip this card. Not so sure why I would have want to do that, but in any case. So her intelligence is quite high. Unlike yours truly, she has 4 intelligence. So that's pretty nice. That's already 4 dice. And on top of that, she has a d6 divinum. So that's the one that we have over here. She's going to roll all of this, and we really need to have here 3. I would kill to have here 3 successes. Unfortunately, we cannot support her for anything, but actually we can use the enhanced divinum. So this enhanced divinum card says that we can support any party member in range 2. Oh, she's out of range. Oh, she's not in range. Actually, in order to do this attack, I need to be in a straight line. So that actually means that we need to recalculate some things over here. I need to understand if I want to attack the rogue or if I want to attack the mage. I think I would like to attack the mage. Because if I'm moving one over here, I'm in this straight line, which is exactly what I need in order to perform the attack. And I think that this is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to be in range. So I got another quick question for you guys. Yeah, she's my MVP, that's for sure. I have another question for you guys. Range 2, do I consider the impassable terrain? Like, so the range, I would assume that not, and range 2 actually means like for this kind of thing that is actually just 1 and 2. So let me know what you think, if you agree with me or not. Again, I need a party member in range 2, and I think that this actually is valid, even though we have here impassable terrain. Let me know what you think. But I think that holds. So her first activation was to move from here to here. That's all. Then she's going to actually fire her thingy, which is a force bolt. So she's going to roll for her intelligence, but I want to, just like I've said before, I don't think it changes anything. What do you mean, like the range? It definitely changes, because if I don't count the impassable, valid. Okay, because if I don't count the impassable terrain, that means that, and I understood this is a comment for before. If I need to count the range, not through impassable terrain, that means that I'm not in range 2, but I think it's going to be okay. Anyways, let's go back. So I'm going to perform right now. I'd say yes, you are within range. Cool, cool. There are no line of sight rules. All right, fair enough. I'm going to continue with this. So the enhanced divinum says that we're required to have the noble signet. Of course, we have that during a divinum roll. No problem. Then we're going to take 1 terror. So we're going to add this terror over here next to our boon. And then the target is going to roll an additional d6 divinum die. So let me flip this to the other side already. This is something that I really want, because we can deal here a lot of damage. I mean, the impassable border doesn't change the range. Oh, really? Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. It goes my way, no problem. So that means that we're adding another d6 to this divinum roll, which is really a lot. So we're going to use the d6 that I got again from Dice Nest. Feels really good, to be honest, really Lands of Evershade quality. And we're going to roll all of these dice. Again, we're looking for at least 3 successes. 3 successes. Sure, thank you so much, Oma. So let's see what's going to happen. And we have, oh man, this is absolutely not what I wanted. So we have 10, 6, so only 1 success, 1 and a 5. So you know what we're going to do, sure. What we're going to do is actually use what it says on the partner card. So may reroll any number of dice once per roll. And this is exactly what we're going to do. Many rules and cards require you to count spaces or check if the target is in range, measured in spaces. These spaces can be counted through impassable borders. Dude, Snake Eyes, thank you so much. This is awesome. Perfect. So actually we're good. No problem with that. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to reroll, not the 10, of course, but I definitely want to reroll all of these dice again. So let's go with it. And we need 2 more successes. Come on. Wow, this is, god damn, this is really not what I wanted. Look, so we have only 2 successes. We have 7 in the divinum. This is a miss. And at least they gain 1 fate, which means they get to heal 1. So from 4, they're going to go up to 5, which is really, you know what, maybe it's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, she's only going to do half the divinum value in damage. So let's see, we have 2 successes. We have 7 in the divinum. So half of that is 3.5, but we have the golden rule that all the time we're going to round the number up. So that means 4 damage. 4 damage is not so bad. Let's see. Oh, the mage has resistance to divinum. Our attack is divinum. Guys, I might need your help over here. So to my understanding, only if it says here with the attack that it's like divinum, then I'm actually going to count that resistance. Or because I used here the divinum keyword, do they still gain that resistance? Maybe that would make a little bit more sense. In that case, that will be a disaster that I didn't even think about it before. That will be a disaster. I'm assuming that they are gaining the resistance to divinum, which means that I'm an idiot. But let me know, what do you think about it? In any case, if really they have resistance, that means that my 4 damage is actually being reduced only to 1. A catastrophe. Honestly, a catastrophe. I think that I'm going to go with that. I think that the resistance that we have here, resistance to divinum, is really what it means. So let's do that. Let's go hardcore just in case. The next thing that is going to happen is that the goons are going to operate. We have only 2 goons. They're going to operate. Let's see. This is goon B, and this is goon E. So this one is going to operate first. It is not divine. If the divinum is written in bold characters, then it's damage type. And you can check with the weaknesses or resistance of the enemy. Like you said, must have the keyword. The damage that is dealt with a weapon against the keyword of that weapon, which may be important for the... So I get what you're saying. I'm just asking. So the keyword has to be written like right under the name of the thing that I'm using, or it's also enough to have like divinum as a keyword on the like effect, let's call it like that. Or you're saying that the divinum must be as a keyword right under the name of the action itself. If I'm wrong and I did a mistake, that's actually great because it means the mage is going to take 3 more damage. So let me know if I understood it correctly or wrongly. Just to be sure, you guys. In any case, I'm going to do the first activation of the first goon. So they're going to move by 3 towards the party member with the most stuns. First of all, I forgot to flip this card over here. And let's see now, yeah, the dwarf, sorry, has 6 suns, which is the highest. So what is going to happen now, this goon is going to move 1, 2, and 3. No, it's within the action. Yes, she does not have the keyword written, so no resistance. Really? Okay. So if no resistance, that's 3 more damage to the mage. Let's just roll with that again. If any mistake will come up, I'll take care of it later in the comments. So she has 7. So the attack was not so bad. The attack was not so bad. Something that no, that was okay. Yeah. Let's move on. So the second activation of this is that they're going to have a melee attack, but obviously they have no one in the range to attack with the melee weapon. So we're good to go. Then we're going to activate the next one. So they're going to move 3 towards here. Obviously, they will not move over here because that will kill them. So we're just going to move 1, 2, and 3, just like this. So that is it. Uh, if you do an action and you dealt some damage, and if Divinum is written in bold characters, then it's not a simple damage type. It's a Divinum damage type and can be used against weaknesses. I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Because there are strength attacks with the weapon later in the game that are not divining based, but have you roll divining. I'm guessing divinum to get a wider range if attack. So that keyword has to be there. So again, guys, because we're talking about 2 different positions of this keyword. The first position that I'm thinking of is hopefully you can understand at least what am I talking about. The first position that I'm talking about is right under the name of the action, where you have it says attack spell. Does it need to have divinum as well? Because the other part of the card again says deal half number of divinum damage. So I'm guessing this is divinum damage. No, not only to the game, there are many, okay, like attack ranged, etc. Okay, so, okay, I'm not so sure if we have here an agreement or not. If it's like attack ranged, etc., then no, then it's not written there. Okay, so I'm simply going to leave it as is with less damage. So I'm guessing if this is a mistake, I'm going soft core in this combat, but let's at least continue. So the goons have operated, and that means that we're going to move on to another round of combat. So that let's take back all the discs, and we're going to place them back in the bag, and let's continue. So in the second round of combat, first token is a dual token. So that means that the rogue is going to operate. Not what I wanted to see here, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter where it is written, but it must be written somewhere. Okay, so I'm taking, so they do, yeah. So guys, I'm taking, okay, let's just do that. So 3 less damage, and the mage right now has 10 HP and not 7. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. Anywhere. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience, you guys. So the rogue is going to operate. Let's take another combat card and see what's another enemy activation card. Sorry, and see what's going to happen. So first of all, we have here again Rush, move by 6 towards the party member with the most suns. So they're going to stay exactly where they are because they're already next to the Gorg. Then they're going to perform Precise Cut. This is an attack, melee, target an adjacent party member with the most suns. Then they're going to deal 3 damage. I definitely don't want my dwarf to take 3 damage because that will just kill them. Perfect. So we're good. I just gave the mage back their HP. So let's see what does the dwarf has over here. Dread Razor. After an enemy ends its move. This is after an enemy. Okay, this is a defensive reaction. After an enemy ends its move in range 1 from Gerlan. So actually, okay, roll for strength. The difficulty is 8. For each success, we're going to deal that number of damage to that. So I think I'm going to lose here, not lose, but just going to have my companion being knocked out. So actually, let's use this defensive reaction before we're executing the precise cut, just to deal at least a little bit more damage. Hopefully, we'll be able to do so. So again, we're going to do it after an enemy ends its movement in range 1 from Garland, which is exactly what we have. And we're going to roll for strength. So our strength with the dwarf is 3. We're going to roll 3 dice, and hopefully we're going to gain some successes. I don't have a way to actually support that. So whatever we have here, we have here. And we have 11. Where was this roll before? Where was it? 11, 9, and 2 successes. So that's 4 successes. That means 4 damage to the rogue, minus, of course, 1 armor. So 4 minus 1 is 3. That means that the rogue is going to go down to 7 hit points. Okay, 7 hit points is not bad. And again, just like I talked in my video, the moment that you're doing this reaction, you're going to flip it to the other side. Let's place it nearby. And now, unfortunately, we're going to have the precise cut. So that means 3 damage to our dwarf. I don't see a way to negate that. Absolutely don't see a way to negate that. So that means that our dwarf is dead. I mean, at least knocked out. Let's not be dramatic over here. So from 3, they're going to go down to 0 HP. They are knocked out. The dwarf is not going to participate anymore in this combat. And that's it. And then we're going to take cover. Target the nearest party member. Move to the closest space with cover against that target. So I'm guessing again that we have here a tie, and we can choose where to move. Wow, that is going to be a long movement. No, not so much. Actually, this is probably going to be the simplest one. Again, we have here this impassable terrain. So if we're going to continue this line, they're going to have protection from these 2 characters because they're going to be on the other side. Let me know if you're still with me, you guys, if you spotted something or if everything is okay, and I'm going to continue. So we are missing 1 dwerg. This is not what I wanted to see. We have still 7 HP for the rogue, 10 HP for the mage, and we still have 2 goons, and I'm starting to think what I want to do. Yeah, I think that later, wow, I missed the dwerg, and they have like more HP. I think we're going to try and push the mage off. But let's see who is the next character or who is the next model that is going to operate. So we're drawing another dual token. So now, because we have a black token here, I can choose who to activate. And I think that I'm going to activate myself. So we're going to place it right over here. And now we have 2 activations. So let's see. We can do a few interesting things, and I definitely want to push. So I think that the mage is going to be a little bit easier to kill. I'm going to move, why? And I don't have any more fate tokens. Okay, I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. I'm going to move one step over here. That is going to be the first activation. And then I'm going to try to do the push off the platform. So we're going to roll for strength. Our strength, unfortunately, is only 2. That's 2 dice. Then plus 1 die if we have athletics or large, and our blank actually has large as a keyword on the blank token. So that's one more. And then we're going to have 2 more dice against an elite, which is exactly what we're going to do. So 5 dice in total, and we need 1 and 2. We need 2 successes, guys. 2 successes. Don't get me wrong, when I'm playing like a tabletop miniature game, StarCraft, for example, I can roll 1 gazillion dice and still miss with 99% of them. So I'm not holding my breath for these 5 dice, but I'm quite hopeful. I'm quite hopeful. So let's see what's going to happen. And we have here, guys, did I tell you or what? Did I tell you or what? 5 dice and I have only 1 success. This is insane. I knew it. Fortunately, we do have here 1 fate. So we're going to spend this 1 fate and we're going to roll all of these 4 dice. And I really need here at least 1 more 9 or above. Let's go. Thank God. Oh my God. We have here 1 9. But I'm so happy that these kind of things are actually, like, you can see them live, because usually people don't believe that I'm rolling bad. So happy that this is what you see here. Hey, it was not 99% of misses, but I can see a pattern here. You see what I'm talking about, right? This game breaks your heart with the roll. Yeah. So I'm happy that at least you know what I'm talking about. But we managed to do that. So we're going to push this model, this rogue, twice, right? Because we had 2 successes, and it says here that we're going to push by the number of successes. So that's 1, and this is adios, mother lover. You are not with us anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this is what we're having here. So this model is out. We're going to discard everything that they have. Too bad they managed to activate actually before I managed to do something. But that's okay. So let's flip this to the other side, even though honestly, I think I can just get rid of it already. And those were my 2 activations, basically. So let's move on to the next character, that is the next model that is going to activate. Let's see what we have here. And we have a black token, so that is, of course, going to be the mage. But what I do want to show you, actually, I want to show you 2 things, of course, that I forgot. First of all, when it was my turn to activate, I should have refreshed this card. But here it says, start of your activation, do not refresh this card unless you pay 2 fate. I don't have 2 fate, so I don't want to do that. I cannot do that. And over here, I just don't want to do that as well. So why am I saying that? Because now when we're going back and we're going to activate the mage, they have my effect token on them. And again, the effect says that when at the start of where is it? Start of your activation. No, oh my God, where is it? Start of your activation. Of my activation. Okay, the enemy loses 2 HP for each of your effect tokens. So that's something that I should have done before. I apologize. But in any case, the mage is now going to take 2 damage. So they don't. She doesn't have any more 10. She has now 8 HP left. Okay. Moving on. So the mage now is going to operate. Let's take another card and see what's going to happen. So we have here, first of all, hide. Target the nearest party member. Obviously, it's going to be our blank. Move by 12 towards the closest space with cover against the target. 12. I like that they didn't exaggerate. with the cover against this target. So I'm guessing that is going to be, the closest one will be 1 and 2. And here we have, yeah, that will be probably the closest one. Then we're going to have a fireball. I I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. It's going to be an attack and a spell. Target the party member with the most suns in any range and deal that damage that we can see over here with this small diagram. Let's see. Our mage, our partner, has 3 suns. Just what I can see over here with the partner card and the companion card. So that's 3 suns. We have, oh, 2 suns. So they're going to target the mage. Oh, this is not sure I wanted. I'm not sure I wanted that, to be honest with you. Absolutely not sure that I wanted that. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Their fireball is not really affecting anyone besides the target. So they're going to take 3 damage plus 1 terror. But of course, this is a partner. They cannot take terror. On their card, it says that when they receive terror, they're going to lose 1 HP. So in total, our mage is going to lose 4 HP, which is leaving her only with 1 HP before kicking the bucket. Okay. Um, let's see. But you know what? Actually, fireball incoming. Yeah, absolutely. But actually, I just move 15 towards, where do you want? Do you want to move from the board to like the library? Do you want to move to another game? All right. What I wanted to show you guys. Over here on this card, right, the reaction says prevent 2 damage plus 2 against spells. God, I really need to read cards before I'm actually executing something here. So instead of taking all the 4 damage, we're actually going to negate all the 4 damage because um, because we're just negating it, right? We're negating 2 damage plus 2 if it was from spell. And we remember that the attack of the enemy mage was actually a spell. So let me flip this card to the other side and actually take all my hit points back. So we're still at 5. This is, I like the roller coaster of like emotions that I'm having here, and you get to actually see that. Anyways, uh, okay. So that was the action of them. Let's move on to see who is going to operate. Let's draw another token. We have a black token. That means that the goons are going to now operate. Let's take their card. And again, just like before, we're going to start with the goon B before. And they're going to move 3 towards, doesn't actually, it almost doesn't matter because they're not going to move over here. So they must move 1, 2, and 3. They are not in melee range from any character. So we're going to move on to the next goon, which is going to do again the same thing. So 1, 2, and 3. And again, it doesn't matter, like this is the only path. So it doesn't matter even which one we're targeting. On top of that, I just remind you that enemies can move through enemies, just like we can move through other characters or companions. Anyways, now they're going to target an adjacent party member with the most suns. Doesn't matter, it's only our blank. And they're going to deal 2 damage, and their difficulty is 6. Do I want to prevent 2 damage? I am not sure I want to prevent this 2 damage because we have a lot of HP. We can do a clumsy dodge. Yeah, why not? Let's do a clumsy dodge. We're going to roll for agility. Our agility is 3, so this is 3 dice. We don't have armor, so we don't get anything negative. And we need 2 successes. And again, the difficulty is going to be 6. Let's see what's going to happen. So this is, of course, a failure. Color me shocked. And we're going to take down 2 damage. So that's not so bad. From 6 HP, we're going to go down to 4 HP. I can definitely live with that. And that means that the next thing that is going to operate is again the mage. So let's be a little bit smarter now. let's see, what do I want to do? I can't push anyone. Cut the chains. I mean, she doesn't have agility, and we need 3 successes. It will be almost impossible. So I'm guessing that's just another. I'm just going to do another force bolt against like these enemies that we have here, right? But she will be able to attack only once, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We don't have anything else to do. So she's going to roll for intelligence and her divinum die. We don't really care. We really just need 1 success over here. Doesn't matter what we're having. So let's roll. And we have, of course, 9. So that's another 9. So that's already 2 successes. We didn't need more. Half of the divinum value, that is going to be 2, but it doesn't matter because goons have only 1 hit point. You get fate token from allied dodge. Aha. Yes, because the clumsy dodge actually failed, I'm getting a fate token. This is the rules that I always keep forgetting. Dudes, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. So let's take 1 fate. 1 fate is going to be added to our character, which is nice. Thank you for that very much. So now we just need to take down one of the goons, and of course flip our mage card to the other side. She'll be able to defend herself a little bit, which is always positive. So let's take out this goon right over here, and we finished the 2nd round of combat. Let's move on to the 3rd round of combat. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it a little bit quicker now. So let's see what's going to happen. We have a white token. Okay, I mean, this is good and bad a little bit. I'm guessing that it's good because we're activating, which is always great. But I cannot move through this goon with my, but maybe in any case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, that would have been nice. So I think I'm going to activate with my mage first. So I'm simply going to do the same attack that we've just seen. So that, let's place it over here. And we're going to roll again 4 dice and the divinum die. We need at least 1 success. Let's see what's going to happen. We have that. That is absolutely no problem, right? Let me make sure. 1 success we needed. Yeah, 1 success. So this goon is donezo. That's it. And of course, when I don't need a high value, I'll get divinum 6. No, I totally got you, Roga Deep. I totally got you. So really thank you for that. So this goon is gone, and now she can activate again. So I think she will try to take some. I mean, she already has cover, right? She already has cover from the bad mage, so she's good there. I don't think I would like to do with her anything else. So we're simply going to draw another token. Let's see what's going to happen. And we have a black token, so that's super easy. Of course, this card is going away. Also this activation card. And the mage now is going to perform an attack. Okay. So we have here Shadow Step. Target the party member with the most suns. So we have, again, our mage has 3. We have only 2. So she's targeting the mage. I actually don't hate it, really. Move by 10 towards the farthest space from the target within cover against the target. Again, with the really numbers. Nice. I think that we're already doing so, right? We are farthest space. I think it's done. Like this is dead in the middle. So I think that even moving here wouldn't change anything. I'm staying exactly where I am. In any case, there is cover. Then Terrifying Presence. This is an attack and a spell. Target all party members in any range. Ouch. Each target loses 2 HP and gain 1 terror. So I'm guessing that this is where we're losing 2 HP. We cannot, it's like no like damage, right? We cannot prevent it. It's just lose 2 HP and gain 1 terror. Okay, nothing to do. It is what it is. So we are going to lose 2 HP. Let me switch the camera. So from 4, we're going down to 2. And we're going to receive another terror. Not loving it, guys, not loving it. And our mage is going to lose now 3 life, right? 2 because of the card, and 1 terror she cannot receive. That means she's losing 1 HP just because it's what it says on the card. So she's down to 2 HP. Now, of course, we don't have anything else to activate besides ourselves. So let's do exactly that. And we're going to, how we're going to do it? First of all, she's getting down 2 hit points, right? Just because I have the poison arrow on her. And let's see what we want to do. So, I mean, shooting is the only thing that we can do. Let's move on just to make sure that she doesn't receive cover from us. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to perform the shoot. I must be in range of at least 2, right? That is what is stated on the card. So I'm going to roll for agility. That is a 3. And also I'm going to ask for my mage to support me with 1 die. So that's cool. That means already 4. And I can't do anything else actually. Yeah, so we just need successes, guys. That's the only thing that we need. The difficulty is, of course, 8. That is the difficulty of the bad mage. So, wow, this was nice. So we have here 2 successes, 3, 4, and 5. To be honest, I a little bit feel ashamed that I cried before about my rolls because this was really nice. So shouldn't you have a token for your companion? He is knocked out but not eliminated. Are you asking if I can, how does it call, give him first aid? Because I'm not sure you can give first aid for your companion. For your partner, 100% yes, not vice versa. Your partner cannot do first aid on you as a character, but you can do first aid on your partner. But I think that a companion, once he's gone, is gone. Oh, yes, you can. Yeah, he should. Okay, so I apologize. Let me reread this. Shouldn't you have a token for your companion? He is knocked out but not eliminated. So what does it mean? Ah, I understand now. Okay, so I now understand which token you're talking about. I need an effect token to place there. Okay, so let's correct this. When a companion HP reaches during combat, they won't participate in this combat anymore, but will be healed during the camp phase. Yeah, that's what I remembered. Uh, yeah, Snake Eyes. Thank you. That's what I remembered. So good. So I think we're still on track. Um, where was I? Yes. So I just feel a little bit bad for crying over rolling not good. Now that I have this result, which is great. Yeah, the Snake Eyes is rolling, man. I love it. So sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes with a simple shoot action. I really can't ask for much more. That means that the bad mage is on 1 HP. And that's it. We're going to move on to the next round. It's going to be the last one. I just want to make sure that I'm drawing here a white token. If I have here a white token, I'm good to go. No, don't, Roman, don't worry about it. As I said before, if you even feel that I did a mistake, please make sure that you're telling me. It creates a healthy debate, so I'm happy about that. So let's move and see. Come on, I need a white token. I need a white token, a black token. Mother lover. Okay, let's place it over here. It's okay. To be fair, like most chances that they would have activated. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. So we have here again, hi, target the nearest party member, then move to the closest space with a cover against the target. So I'm guessing the closest space is going to be over here. That will give them cover from this target. Then they're going to shoot a magic missile. But actually, they're having cover from me, but I'm also having cover from them. Yeah, I agree. It's just good for everyone, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but okay, so they were situated here. They need to target the nearest party member. Obviously, it's my blank. Then they need to move to the closest space with cover against that target. So the closest, here, no, here, no. I mean, I guess it would have made sense if they would have moved here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or they can move 1, 2, 3, and 4. But then it means they have cover from me, but I have cover from them. So I'm going to take an executive action. I mean, we have here a tie. So that means that I can choose as the player where I want to move them. I think I'm going to take the more rational decision for the enemy and just move them 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they have cover against me, but I don't have cover against them. So now they're going to shoot at me with a magic missile. We're going to target, not even at the blank. They're going to target the player, not the player, the party member with the most suns in any range. Let's see if something changed. Nothing changed. We have 2, and my mage has 3. So they're going to target them. They're going to deal. They're going to deal 4 damage. That again, just like before, we are going to negate completely by turning this to the other side. And now, you guys, that is pretty much the end of the combat. I think that's the right move. Yeah, you better take the most sensible route. Yeah, I think the movement was okay over there. So in any case, doesn't matter what happened now because they are the only enemy that we have left. Basically, I can choose now who to activate, right? Either ourselves or our mage. I'm going to choose to activate ourselves just because it's going to give them more fun with the challenge. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to choose to activate just because it means that they're going to receive the 2 poison damage, and that is it. So 0 HP, and we can say goodbye to all of those enemies. If I can, lovely assistant, you can just a little bit do something over here to make sure that everything goes back into place. I appreciate it a ton. Let's take out everything. So we survived the combat, you guys. We survived the combat, which is great. Which is great on one hand, and you kind of made me nervous for the next combat that I'm going to have over here. So let's see how it's going to go. Okay, let's do a little bit cleanup with your permission. 2 seconds. We can place this over here. And let's see what's going to happen. So defeat all enemies. Victory, go to a specific entry. Can I please have the adventure book? Yeah, that's the one. Thank you so much. So let's move on, shall we? Victory, the other team will not trouble you anymore. Your platform settles to a halt at the height of the uncovered corridors. You disembark and it slowly moves back up. Yes, I am not so sure that I'm going to make it also in the next combat. As you can see, my combat skills probably are better stayed with the Company of Heroes. So let's see, return all activation tokens to the box. So we can place all of this over there. It's just basically some cleanup. Return all enemy cards, but we can leave them over there. It's okay. Refresh all companion cards. So again, our companion is going to heal in the next camp phase. So right now our companion is not with us, which is okay. So no companion cards that we need to refresh. Discard sheet 7 with all markers. So all of this can go. This goes out. We can put it somewhere over here. Yeah. Roll a d10 and check the result below. Okay, I like rolling d10s. I don't mind that at all. So let's take a nice d10. That's no. That's let's take another D10. Yeah, let's take the nice D10 that I have over here. Um, it's taught for you early on because you play a blank, so you do not excel in any stat yet, and your higher divinum doesn't pay off yet. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Ah, it's tough. Yeah, 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 for sure. I agree with you 100%. But I guess we'll just have to do better. So let's roll D10 and see what we are getting, because we're getting some loot over here, which is my favorite. So we have, this is a natural 10. This is a 10. Wow, I didn't expect to have here a 10. Nice. Gain one random. I'm not actually, I'm not so sure it's what I wanted. I'm really not so sure it's what I wanted. So that means that we're gaining one small common item. No, this is absolutely not what I wanted. Um, you're not this. I'll take the tray. Give me one moment. Thank you so much. So it's this one. So these are the small items. Yeah. Take this back. And let's shuffle those, and I will ask of you to choose one in random. So go ahead, choose one without looking. Okay, and tell me, what did I receive? I swear to God, you guys, I almost said I received toilet paper. I received some bandages, which allows me, you or party member in range 1, heal 4 HP. Listen, sometimes toilet paper can help you definitely heal some HP. So let's keep that and again place it exactly with our possession, no problem at all. And each character gains 1 XP. Don't mind if I do. So from 1, we're going to have 1 more XP. Sweet. And then we're going to move on to the next entry. So let me find it first. Uh, oh, oh, this is nice. So in the next entry, they're actually saying each character gains another XP. So now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Congratulate. That's it. Congratulations, you have completed Act 3 in Chapter. Did I? How is it possible? Completed Act 3 in Chapter 2. Are we playing Chapter 2? Am I not in Chapter 1? Have I been? Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. I think I messed up over here. Hold on. I think I messed up over here. 362. Yeah, yeah. Is it possible? Victory, go to 362. Victory, the other team, blah, blah, blah. Then character gains XP. Great. Go to 366. I'm sorry, I said here numbers, but the RNG gods took a pity on you and gave you bandages. I agree with you completely. The chapters and acts are weird. Yeah, but I'm so this is it. Congratulations, you have completed Act 3 in Chapter 2. I thought that I'm still in Chapter 1. Depending on your decision, Act 4 can take. Okay, so I think this is it, you guys. This is. I almost feel like I'm watching a movie from like a weird director, and the movie just ends, and I'm like, oh, that was unexpected. Um, yeah, but he was in Chapter 1 before. I think Chapter 2 goes to Act 5. I'm losing it with all the act. What does it say on the title of my video? It's like Act 3. Okay, help me out over here. I did like the tutorial, right? Then I had like the way to Whitehall, and this was a bit weird, right? So I had the way to Whitewell, sorry, Whitewell. Then this was the next one. So that was Act 3. So you've completed Act 2 in Chapter 2? I thought that I'm still in Chapter 1. I think they did the typos in the storybook. Okay, when it comes to chapters and yeah, I think also. So this is a bit sudden because I thought we're going to see at least what's going to happen in that well. I guess that we will not see it right now. 11. Yeah. Like part of me wants to continue to one more act. Part of me wants to just go have a cigarette and call it a day. So I think 3 hours is enough. We saw combat. We took some decisions together. We saw true solo mode, right? Which was super important, just companions, partners, and everything. So I thank you guys that I'm going to call it a day and stop over here and maybe actually continue with it later now that we have completed Act 3 in Chapter 1 very unexpectedly. Um, and anyways, I want to thank you so much for being with me in this playthrough. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the a little bit, like small mistakes that I did here and there, but I'm very happy that you allowed me to correct them. I appreciate it. If you're watching this a little bit later and you spotted a mistake, let me know. And in any case, you guys, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.